Go.
Really
Tits.
wrangle your
I
ass.
have wrangled no tits
Hold
or
on to your
ass.
titties
Yeah.
and your asses.
Can someone write that down, please? Have all tits and asses been wrangled?
Oh, we're live.
Fine,
That's
we're
great.
live.
Hi,
Yeah,
sorry.
bits.
Hello.
Cool. Hey, wow.
Hey, you're supposed to actually count us down.
I mentioned that it was happening once or twice.
If you gave an eyebrow
It's not a
wiggle, it
technical
counts.
count in.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that is not a technical count in. You're bad,
Also, are
bad
we
Lord Daddy.
audible
Yeah,
today?
great
Bad
I'm
man.
also not sure why
We are.
Promethean's playing PlayStation right now at the same
Yeah,
time. Seems
put
a
your
bit
Space
rude.
Marines
We'd
away.
like to actually play D&D, dude.
This is
so.
how invested I am. I'm actually firing up Space Marine 2 right now.
And he is. And every
Wow.
time he dies, he has to do a little bit of this, and then he gets to go back and try and play Space Marine again. So we're going to be mostly D&D anyway.
Yeah.
Is that why we're
Pro-play
fighting
Space Marine?
Carnifexes in this session?
How-
Like, is that why?
How did you know? Hey, hi, greetings, welcome. Thank you for joining us here at the Law Rights, with no
There's a
zero
zero
in
in
it. There is no zero in it, except on TikTok where there is a zero in it, which is very confusing. Much like the go live notification that went out when I clicked go live. I'm so sorry. Hey,
I was really excited. I thought we were about to play Gay Pirates. And,
shout out to the
like,
gay
just
pirates who all had
absolutely
fucking heart
ruined
the
attacks
world.
if they saw it. Sorry about that. No, we are not playing Tale of Two Queens. We will, in fact, be playing this very evening the 13th session of Sword of the Skulls.
Ominous.
Correct. Unlucky for some. Also, potentially because someone begged me for a special birthday session. It's fine.
Listen, I'll beg
For
again.
4 months. For 4 months.
Yeah. So we are going to do that very thing. I'm Promethean. There is a zero in that. I will be the Dungeon Master for this session because that's the thing that I do here for these sessions. You'll find me here doing that. You'll find me over at Hexes and Vexes as a player in Emily's campaign. You'll find me on Meeples and Dragons for Hamish's campaign, which we had a session of last night. You will also find the Meeples and Dragons crowd at PAX in a mere 2 weeks, live in the flesh on stage, being awesome. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I guess if you're paying attention to Winter's Tales, you'll see some reruns over there as well with me in it before part 2 kicks off in November. It's an incredible time. We're all having an incredible amount of fun. Hey, can I have each of you introduce yourselves, please? Tell me who you are and your favorite flavored jelly bean, starting with Jeannie.
Hi. This is probably really controversial. My favorite flavor of jelly beans are the black ones. And I will just buy a bag of just those ones and eat them all because I can. Ooh, hi, I'm Jeannie. I think I said that, but that's fine. I I write things. I cosplay. I do stuff over on my Twitch. I stream mainly horror games, actually. I don't know why I've started leaning into that trope, but they're a lot of fun. So, yeah, and I will also be at PAX. I'm actually utilizing Ko-Fi at the moment to help support my dream of cosplaying Shadowheart again. So, if anyone wants to help me with that, please feel free to check out my Ko-Fi. And thank you, to everyone who has already helped me over there as well. You're all amazing, and I love you. And that's it. That's me. Hi. Bye.
Excellent. Emily.
My favorite jelly bean flavor is green, but only if they're apple flavored. So fuck the lime ones. The apple ones are real good. But hey, I'm Emily. I'm the producer, Dungeon Master, and Chief Executive Thirstmaster for the Hexes and Vexes channel. You can catch me also over on Meeples and Dragons as a pocket watch utilizing wizard. And very soon returning on Winter's Tales as Hexia Mabel Grace. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm. Saz.
Oh, hi, it's me. Hi. It's contagious. Thanks, Jeannie.
It truly is.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm Saz the Meeple, or Saz. You can find me everywhere on the internet that is Saz the Meeple, or Meeples and Dragons, because I am their Twitch producer and resident dice goblin, and I can totally English tonight. If you can't find me over on Meeples and Dragons, you will find me here or on Split the Party every Tuesday morning in Barovia. That's me. Oh, and Jelly Bean, purple.
Very good. NBCDM.
Hello, I am NBCDM. Tonight I will be utilizing my talents to play Vermilion. And when I'm not here, you could find me utilizing myself to play other characters elsewhere. My favorite kind of jelly bean is the ones that are really high in glucose that you get from the chemist.
Very good answer.
I like
thank
those.
you. Ash.
Hello, I'm Ash and I make stuff and I'm 30 today and Promethean's gonna hate that I'm telling people that, but hey, it's my fucking birthday. My favorite jelly bean is also the green ones, the green apple specific ones, but also the white ones, but only the lemonade ones, not the coconut ones. Coconut ones can get in the fucking bin. I had one when I was 5 and I'd never felt betrayal like that in my life. And it really hasn't gotten much different.
Oh.
Like that was
It was actually a coconut. You ate a whole coconut.
Yeah.
Wait until you play
was
tonight's
hungry.
session, Ash. And then
I was
we'll learn
hungry.
betrayal.
You know what jelly beans
Yeah.
are, right? Like, this is the thing. Okay. Ham.
Hi, that's me. I'm Ham.
Ash wasn't finished. How dare you?
Oh, sorry. The coconut story happened.
I'm
I
not
got
Ham. I'm
confused.
not Ham.
Hey,
Ash,
fine.
You
go.
can finish, Ash. Go on.
I was just gonna say you can find me at Ash Make Stuff on social media, including Tumblr. Now I'm almost back using that, but also I have 3 secret accounts that I don't tell anyone about that I use exclusively to talk about my love of MILFs. So
3 counts, 1 for each decade. Magnificent. Ham, back to you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm Ham. Promethean said all the stuff that I'm doing over in Meeples and Dragons, the pack stuff. Castleton's a thing, and who knows what might happen in regards to me with that as well. And also, I'm super lucky because I get to utilize the talent class with my character, Salazar tonight, which Promethean was very generous in letting me do. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah, amazing. I can't wait to utilize all of your characters for a stunning TPK at the end of this session.
Good.
It's going to be great.
you can certainly try.
Oh, God, Ash.
Yeah, roll for it.
Ash, it's like all of the information. Fucking hell. Okay, sure.
Fun fact, if you say the word utilize 3 times in the mirror, Promethean appears behind you and beats you up with a dictionary.
Promethean appears behind you and fucking like admonishes you for sharing your private information on the internet. Okay, we're going to do a little recap and then we're going to give anyone a chance to jump in with anything they feel might have been left out from it. But here we go. In episode 12 / session 12 / that thing we did last week in an unheard of 2-session month. The party began their journey from Valkyria's home for wayward children to the Fabog, where they hope to find Mud-Eye Maggie, who may be able to help them glean information from the Scroll of Uncertain Providence, leading them in turn to the heart of the Haven Tree, an instrument of prophecy sought by the Emerald Dragon Galkafir. Vermilion was a giant hog, which Malia spanked. Setting camp for the first night, the party divulged at Malia's prompting the nature of their assorted magical abilities as they understood them, and Malia offered Tinywing a poignant dissertation on the nature of fear. Tinywing and Lilith discussed briefly the nature of the Fae, which Lilith seemed to have a fairly poor attitude towards. Before sleeping for the evening, Lilith used sending to convey an update to Penelope Alderaan, telling the paladin of the fate of her brother Eren. Penelope's response was to find the dragon-born Sephirite priest Redwyn and to meet in the city of Estebar in 3 months. Whilst Malia is on watch, she loses her hearing and is distracted by some lights in the distance, and Tinywing is awoken by a fairy pest with black bat-like wings who claims that Lilith is to be blamed for the gates being closed. On their second day of travel, Vermilion takes the form of a camel until Salazar intuits that it is in fact Tinywing's birthday, at which point Vermilion wild shapes into a chicken to acquire the eggs required to make a cake, while Kaori distracts the fairy by asking her to discuss her deepest, darkest trauma. Lilith offered Malia the ethereal dagger she'd found as a peace offering, and the two immediately began arguing about the first time they met. The party celebrated Tinywing's birthday. Gifts are given, cake is eaten, stolen booze is drunk, Vermilion recites a poem, and when morning comes, the journey continues. The party resumed their travels toward the Fabog with Vermilion in the form of a giant ram. Until, in the late morning of their third day of travel, they approach a small hamlet, the entrance of which hangs a gruesome sight. A body swings encaged with a bloody wolf's head covering that of the man hanging from the gibbet. and in the distance, wolves howl. And there you are, on a road towards your destination, presented with this fairly gruesome sight. And this little road will lead, as mentioned, into a very small village. All yours.
Alas, poor that guy. I knew him, Malia. Wait, you did say we were approaching a hamlet, right?
Correct.
Good, okay. Just checking.
Can I insight check Vermilion immediately, please?
Go for it.
Oh, I'm a ram. That was just a little hamlet joke there for everyone to kick
Oh,
things
right.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, fucking all we hear is you're a camel, right? Camel
No, I'm a big
noises.
horn ram.
Meh.
Wow,
Meh.
I'm listening. I promise. Hey, how you
Bah.
going? Yeah, then we hear nothing. Cool.
Bah.
I'm gonna look at everyone and discern how everyone is feeling, based on how they look in response to this. I guess. How's everyone look?
Bah.
Tiny is hiding as far behind Sal's neck as she can, because normally she travels sitting on his shoulder. So she's hiding. She doesn't find this very cool at all.
Sal would probably look comparatively uncomfortable with this image.
Vermilion looks sheepish.
Excellent.
Great.
Lilith, high alert. But also you can roll a d10 if you want.
What for?
For the guy hanging in the cage?
Yeah, no, to see how Lilith looks today.
Wow.
And also because I want you to eat one of those spicy jelly
I'm
beans.
I'm only gonna do it because it's your birthday, and because you want me to eat the thing, which I won't. Sorry. Hey Ori, how do you look?
Probably a little bit grossed out, but not super stressed about it. However, Zephyr's probably chattering away a little anxiously and nervously and hiding underneath my hair.
Anxious monkey noises.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Will you be progressing down this road into this village, or shall we turn tail and run, hereby ending the adventure
No,
in
let's
its entirety?
progress.
Okay, great.
Let's do it. I'm gonna pull. I'm not gonna pull a dagger out, but I am gonna have my hand on one, ready to draw it should need be.
Okay, brilliant. You walk into this small town. It is very quiet. There's not a lot going on. You see an old, well, not old, I guess, elderly-ish human woman. It's kind of pushing a cart along a muddied street. There are a scattering of houses. At a glance, the size of this village, you maybe 80 odd people kind of tops dispersed through the area. But it is very quiet here, and this old woman kind of glances up at you entering and speeds up her journey with this cart, kind of heading around a corner, out of sight behind a house somewhere.
Well, that bodes well.
The lot of you, is there any kind of establishment, any kind of, let's say, merchant type situation that any of you might be particularly interested in searching out in this place?
Not really.
Probably not in a small town. I don't think they'll have what I need.
Brilliant.
Just a small town ram. Sorry.
Excellent.
Like Costco, yeah.
So trudging along the main and almost single street then of this hamlet, you'll be approached by a very large, very hairy half-orc who approaches you all. Hold it.
Hold what?
Where have you all come from then?
Bat, 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 bat.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't speak meat.
Which direction have we come from, Pro? Because I cannot.
You will have come from the east into this place. So through on the other side of this village is essentially your kind of turning point to then cut north into the Feybolg proper.
Honestly impressed that he intuited that I was trying to speak to him.
It was
not just making sheep noises.
It was a response to Kaori.
Oh.
What does it matter where we came from to you?
Well, there's been some strange happenings around here lately, hasn't there?
Well, I don't know. I don't live here, so I guess I'll rely on you to tell me.
It's kind of the point, isn't it? Bit coincidental that you all happened to turn up only days after all of our livestock are killed.
No, see, you're not talking about a coincidence. You're talking about a lack of world experience.
Are you one of them?
One of them. Depending on the thems you mean, I'm certain I could be at least one of them. Do you care to elaborate?
We've had werewolves round here.
Right. That makes sight back there much more... No, it's still nonsensical. No.
We got one. You see him hanging out the front of the village.
What I was referring... You are not very bright, are you?
Are you sure that's actually a werewolf?
Of course it is.
Why? What makes you so sure?
Because there's a dead wolf next to him when we found him.
Next to him?
Yeah.
But if he was the werewolf, would you not assume he would look like the wolf? There wouldn't be a dead one next to him?
Well... And he just kind of stops, and you can see him trying to process this information. Look, that's not my decision to make, alright? The new mayor has got this all figured out, and he will explain, but he's going to want to talk to you lot. Because
So-
there are more out there.
More wolves laying next to people.
Nah. Werewolves. And you will hear a howl punctuating that last word in the distance of a wolf.
Can I roll like a history or a nature check or something to see if I know anything about werewolves?
Sure. Let's go with a... Do an Arcana check for me.
Okay, this is an intelligence-based check, so it's not going to go well. But let's see. Maybe, because it's my birthday, I dropped the dice. Okay.
So, no.
Yeah,
What dice is automatically a 20?
That's a 7. Because I can't roll higher than a 3 on an intelligence check.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you have heard stories of werewolves, creatures that change their shape when the moon is full, typically from humanoid to some kind of large wolf form. And you know, these are stories that are quite common to allegedly try and get children to sleep.
Excuse me, Lord Eddie.
Mhm.
We're pretty close to the Feybolg at this
We are.
stage. Yeah. Would Sal be aware of, from living here for an extended period of time, like that werewolves are things that live in this neck of the woods or anything like that?
On those grounds, Sal, you can give me a history check, please.
Yeah.
With advantage, because not only from the Feybolg, but you've travelled around kind of the outer skirts of a fair bit too.
Okay. That's a 25.
Magnificent. You've not heard of werewolves. You know what werewolves are. Well, you have definitely heard of werewolves. You are not aware of the existence of any in or even around the Feybolg. This is not something that sounds familiar to you at all.
So, Mr. Half Orc. I'm sorry, what was your name? I think I missed it.
Ham, what is this half orc's name?
Kurt.
Quasimodo.
Wow.
Excellent. My name's Cord.
Okay, so Cord, like, I am a little bit familiar with this neck of the woods in some respects, and like my understanding is werewolves aren't exactly common around here. How, like, when did these things turn up?
Oh, a couple of months ago, animals started going missing. Couple of people.
Right.
We all
so
started getting suspicious when we found the blood trails.
Right. That sounds very dramatic. So, if that started to happen a couple of months ago and we've only just rolled into town now, do you think maybe we possibly don't have much to do with it?
Could have been living and hiding out in the forest, couldn't you?
Right. I mean, I suppose so, but also we weren't. In fact, we were just at some orphanage. The Valkyor's orphanage for orphan kids.
And
So-
and we all had baths before we left there, so we're actually
We did.
pretty clean. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Bad.
Sounds
even
like
the ram.
sounds like a pretty good place for a bunch of werewolves to hang out, if you ask me. Tasty little orphan snacks.
Please.
They're all very much alive still, I guess. I think.
We're gonna have to get you to talk to the mayor, I think, before we let you through.
Is the mayor as smart as you? Or.
He's heaps smarter.
Right.
Thank God.
He's
Yeah.
Dude, I
Cool.
can feel grey matter leaking out of my ears.
He was the
So-
one who figured out Jiminy was a werewolf, and then we made him the mayor because Jiminy was the mayor. It was obviously a
Oh,
bit of a
so that's
blow
not
to the
convenient.
town to find out that the mayor was a werewolf and had eaten all of our pigs and cows and sheep. And Court will look at the large ram figure of Vermilion and just kind of real
That?
slowly, just kind of lick his lips.
Hey,
Nah.
you keep your eyes off my friend. All right.
Bad.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe this new mayor was just saying that to get rid of the old one so that he could then become mayor?
Why would he do that? Why would he even want
Because-
to be the mayor? He's only been here for like 2 months himself.
Oh,
So hold on. So you're saying 3 months ago, strange stuff started to go down. Then this new individual, Mr. Mayor, turned up 2 months later and just accidentally discovered that your current mayor. Oh my god!
no. But wait, he discovered that by finding him next to a wolf, an alive wolf or a dead wolf.
And at this point, the elderly woman that you'd seen earlier will kind of come back around from behind one of these houses. Come on! Stop hassling these people! What are you doing? Shoot!
Sorry, lovies. Things are a bit tense in town at the moment.
And I guess on the subject of aging, Ash, I'll need a name for this. Let's say human woman in, say, her 60s.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Perfect.
R.I.P. Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
Sorry that you died old.
Does this old
Oh,
lady
did you
have-
guys not know?
does this
Maggie
old lady
Smith
have
died
mud in her
yesterday.
eye?
I'm
I
so
did
sorry.
know, but
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
Does this old lady have mud in her eye by any chance? Just because we are looking for someone called Mud Eye Maggie.
She
Or Betty.
she's truly covered in muck. Like the
Okay.
the cart that you saw her moving was full of dirt, and
Full of
so
filth.
is every pore on her skin, mostly.
Yeah.
I'm Margaret.
Saz, I'll need. I think I asked chat for a name for the village, but I'm going to combine that. Saz, I'll need a name for this actual hamlet, please.
Oh my goodness, Art, give me a minute to actually turn my brain on.
A hamlet is a small ham, correct?
It is.
What I got called as a kid.
That makes sense.
Hamlet, come here. Yes, ma'am.
Hamlet, did you get glaze all over the kitchen again?
Chat not give us anything. They gave us hammerdings.
Okay, sure.
Hamden.
Hamden.
No, okay.
Well, welcome to Erding. As I said, it's been a bit tense here for a little while, and some of the townsfolk are a little on edge. Can I offer you all a refreshment as you pass through? I have a little tap house.
What time of the day is it?
Sort of late morning, early afternoon.
It's boozing time, buddy.
Get our booze
Always
on.
boozing time for you.
With an 18 passive insight, is she giving any off vibes, or is she genuinely just like, oh, new people?
The offer seems genuine enough.
Well, I mean, do we want to stop here for a bit? Or...
It seems like I could have no choice but to stop by the way.
That.
What
Right.
he said.
It's not bad advice, really, is it? All right, well,
Holy
maybe...
fuck.
Excel.
I'm sorry, I take 46 psychic damage.
Rick,
Oh,
we're losing brain cells staying here.
yeah, I'm good. All right, well, should we go to this tap house then, I guess?
Yeah, brilliant.
It can't possibly be a strange establishment.
Surely it's not a
I'm playing.
trap.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
go.
No,
Tap.
that's the trap house.
Excellent. Margaret
Oh.
leads you through some kind of muddied alleys to what appears, to all intents and purposes, just be a shack house of the many in this small village. But there is an extension to this house that has what looks like a very small bar. You could fit maybe two people side by side there.
They're constructed entirely of taps.
It is a really ramshackle kind of sticks that make
Mm.
this extension. And she kind of opens a side door, and the entire extension part of this house just kind of moves as she does so. And she'll start to pour into what look to be kind of tin mugs some form of liquid from a barrel that she has stashed behind there.
There's a spot to park the cart.
Yeah, it's like on the alley. Essentially, there's no visible foot traffic in this area. So you
Is there a
just
spot to
kinda
tie
leave it
up
there.
a ram?
If you wish, yeah. There's a very bedraggled looking tree, maybe 20 feet or so away.
Vermilion, I don't think you're gonna fit in here unless you deram.
Bat.
I mean, I can tie you up out here and see if there is any werewolves that come find you.
Bat. Remind me.
Hmm.
Can I can't remember if I'm allowed to use cantrips in wild shape or not.
I don't think.
I believe you are.
so.
I don't think so. I think I have to take on the stats of the animal.
Yeah, I don't believe.
Next time, just be a talking bighorn ram. Jeez.
Ah,
I
yeah,
feel
of
like you
course.
can at a certain level, but not this
Yeah.
one.
Not this one, no. Cool. Then the ram is just going to give Malia a look, which, if it could speak, would translate to, I think it's a very bad idea for an animal to turn into a person in front of these people at this time.
Oh, no,
Bat.
it's a were-rat.
Do I get that vibe from this ram?
Look, I'll let you roll an insight check. I feel like some of kind of Vermilion's, I guess, intelligence will
Countenance.
remain in his eyes in animal form.
Mhm. That will be a 15 then, I guess.
Yeah, you can see Varamelan Ding Dong seems very hesitant and is kind of not vibing your recommendation.
Well, okay. Every ram for themselves then.
Yeah.
We're going in. We're going to stand out here.
Oh, no, I mean, as we're going.
Everyone's being real weird today.
It's
so-
mean, look.
do-
So this little extension is not a place that you walk into, right? So
Oh, sorry. Okay,
so
cool.
only she can really fit into that space. You are standing essentially outside of what is like just a small square box attached to what you assume to be her house, and she's kind of
Very
dipping out some-
ramshackle.
Correct, very ramshackle. Sorry, Malia, you had something else.
Is everyone all we all good today? Do we need to take like shots to wake us all up or some
Yes.
sort of?
No.
Absolutely.
Still,
It-
just immediately after Tiny Wing's birthday shots, we need more shots to
A little
recover.
bit hungover.
Yeah.
What was it you said?
Tiny, you can have like a shot of espresso or something instead. It doesn't have to be like.
This is
I'm good.
espresso.
I'm gonna, if we're still in the
Yummy.
cart, like kind of in a huddle, just gonna reach into the bag of holding and pull out a bottle of whatever I stole from Velkio's office. I have 4 of them. Don't know what they are. I was
Maduri.
just fucking absinthe.
Hey, let's go.
I passed it straight to
Actually,
Kayla.
just dragon saliva. Like that's all it is.
Salazar will hop off the cart and go over to the little place thing and take one of these little tin cups, and we'll sniff the liquid in it first.
Yeah, it appears to be some kind of homebrew ale, which isn't uncommon in smaller towns and villages. You're very well familiar with your travels of this kind of arrangement, right? A tap house isn't necessarily a giant tavern. Quite often, it's just folk who just make their own little brews and make them available, usually for a few copper coins.
He'll raise it to the filthy old woman and go, "To your health, Maggie," and we'll just take a small sip.
Oh, I don't need any help with my health. I should have died decades ago. I don't know how I'm still here.
And she'll look at Lilith.
What's in the bottle there, sweetie?
I've got my back to her.
Oh.
I'm trying to very surreptitiously take a drink and pass it to Kaori. Hey, Kaori, you're just gonna hear in your head. You're just gonna hear quickly before she catches on.
No outside drinks.
No BYO here.
Okay. Kaori will just grab it's a bottle, right?
Yeah.
Just grab the bottle and just kind of just hold it behind her back. But then, I was gonna pass it to Zephyr, but it would be very obvious if the monkey on her shoulder is holding a very large.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hold it behind my back then, and wait for Lilith to answer the old lady.
If you're not gonna drink it, put it back in the bag.
She's watching me.
I'm just gonna turn around and move my bag of holding so it's at the back of me. What bottle? I've absolutely nothing in my hands, dearie.
My eyes and ears are fine, despite the ravages of age.
Oh my god, what is that?
Are they?
And I'll just
Is that a
point in a
werewolf?
random direction.
And-
Try and misdirect her.
And at that, she's a little bit spooked, and then she kind of looks back at you and just kind of shakes her head. She'll walk into the house proper for a moment, and you hear some kind of rattling around somewhere within this fairly small kind of dwelling, and she will come back out the door, and you see 3 chairs kind of thrown out the front door, and then another 3 chairs thrown out the front door, and then you see a kind of
This lady have nothing but chairs in her house.
then you see her kind of coming out of the door, dragging this kind of small table with another chair on top of it, and it's kind of scraping the stone flooring just next to the door as she comes out and kind of pulls it out.
If you want to sit down and take a load off, that's absolutely fine. But we don't get a lot of supplies here anymore, and haven't for a little while. And maybe we could do a little swap of whatever's in your bottle there. So
What's Kaori doing with my bottle of drink?
Well, while the lady was in the house, she probably would have taken a swig and then handed it back real quick.
Yeah, it's back in the bag of holding.
It's like, oh, excuse me, I just need to look really deep into this bag for a moment.
Fuck, that's exactly what it's like, isn't it?
It's not giving Margaret anything. Okay, fine. She
Well,
like
oh,
yeah. Go.
oh no, does Lilith have anything to say? Is she talking to Kaori or Lilith about the bottle?
To Lilith, I think.
What bottle?
Yeah.
Deception.
I'll do a deception check.
Very well. Bit cruel to deny an old woman a little tipple, but as you have it. And her demeanor turns not sour, but like a little bit less open than it had been earlier. And at that point, she'll say, "Well, copper piece a cup then for the ale." To those of you who've taken a cup.
Sel will just stick a silver piece on there. He'll actually like be picking up the chairs and arranging them and kind of helping out as the furniture gets thrown out.
Not arranging them in a way to sit on, just stacking them in a tower for some reason.
You place a silver piece on that small bar, and like a whip, she moves to it and holds the coin up. Silver. Thank you.
Well, it's fine. I mean, it's fair. You've put time and effort into making the drink. It seems only fair that we pay you some money for it. I was curious though. There's the old Cord back there was talking about werewolves. Like, is it dangerous to be traveling on the roads around here? I mean, we're just kind of passing through at this point in time, but if there's going to be trouble, maybe we need to have a talk with someone and find out what's going on.
Which way did you come from? Like I said, we haven't seen anyone come through here for months now.
Where did you come from?
Where did you go?
There
Sorry,
it is.
I'm so sorry. Fucking figured it. Fine.
I mean, we're just coming from the Valkyor's orphanage for the orphans.
Valkyor's home for wayward children.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I think Velkior's orphanage for the orphans is probably.
Has one rule: no orphans.
Yeah.
While this
Vermilion is
shenaniganry,
just eating grass somewhere.
yeah, and like while Vermilion's doing that, Malia's just gonna grab one of these cups, take a seat, and we'll also, because I'm truly so loaded at this point, we'll put a silver piece down as well. Because one silver piece is generous, I guess.
Excellent.
I have a Lord Daddy question. I don't know if I'm supposed to add any gold or anything, or not even gold, but just any sort of like money currency, because I currently don't think I have any, and I think that could be a genie flipping up while setting up a character sheet thing. So
Yeah, I believe we did discuss an amount originally.
10 million.
Yeah,
Give her 69, it'll be funny.
we'll go
Yeah, do
hunting
it.
for it. We'll say you'd be able to easily cover any kind of mundane little payments for the time
Okay.
being, but we'll go back
Amazing.
through those and figure out exactly
okay, thank you.
what
Appreciate it.
Kaori has at her disposal.
I will also grab a cup, but give her just a copper.
Okay.
No silver. No silver from Kaori. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. She jumps on the second silver piece.
How much more of this do you have? If Riven's right about what's out there and why we haven't seen anyone come through town in months, we could use as much silver as you have.
I mean, we have some. Do you not have like silver weapons or anything like that?
Weapons in this place. Oh dearie, this is not the weapon kind of town.
Ugh, I like make that disgruntled noise. Pull out my bag and correct me. Did we discuss that all of my weapons by default would be silver?
Yes, we did indeed.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna pull out then a rapier that I've never used and have no intention of ever using ever again.
Okay.
That I guess is made of silver, and I'll just be like, you really should learn how to protect yourself, and I'll hand it over to her.
Turns out the old lady is a fencing expert.
Yeah, she just slits my throat there.
Yeah, correct. Game over.
Funny swashbuckler. Done.
Well, thank you, but I can't use this.
Well, it's actually quite easy. You just you simply point and stab.
Would you prefer this Glock?
No, we're giving that to the monkey.
That's true.
It is also made of silver, so I mean, if you've got a werewolf problem, and I guess that'll help.
Is this something you've dealt with before?
No, unless you tell me, Lord Daddy, that I have.
We're gonna have you roll a history check. So,
Excellent.
given your background, there's
makes
a
sense.
non-zero chance that you will have encountered werewolves, or at least information on them as part of
cool.
your work.
Does that mean silvery barbs is super effective on werewolves?
No, it does not. No, it absolutely does not mean that. No.
That was a 16.
Okay. I don't think with a 16, Malia has ever encountered a werewolf, but you've certainly heard kind of amongst, barside chats in the crowds that you kind of hang with, stories of folk who have gone after werewolves. Or probably more commonly, stories not from people who've gone after werewolves, but about people that have gone after werewolves, for which it has rarely gone very well. Their general reputation is that they are a combination of stealthy and vicious, and if you are ever intending to actually attempt to hunt one down, you absolutely want it to be with a group of trusted colleagues that you know will have you back.
Ah, so not like this group.
Rip.
So then my comment of no still stands. But I will say, no, haven't dealt with one myself, and have not heard of many circumstances where it's gone well for anyone. So I would say if you have the capacity, move out of this town.
Well, we can't, you see. Riven thinks that there's more of them out there, and that they're stalking the woods around these parts and stopping people from getting in and stopping people from going to get help.
I look back towards the entrance that we entered through with no issue.
Yeah.
It's truly a blessing that you've come to this place. You all look to be packing, so to speak.
What's packing?
My eyes are up here, girly.
Yeah.
I am also happy to see you.
Yeah.
She does have a bit of a lazy eye, so she has been staring the entire time. Just one kind of lazy eye drooping. She looks at you.
No, this is perfect. If you have time, you could speak to Riven, and you could clear them out for us, and you could breathe life back into this town. We don't. All of our strong uns have gone away to the north to join the militia. It's only those of us that are left behind. And again, I can't use this. And if I was ever in a situation where I had to, I'd feel like I'd be wolf lunch immediately.
I mean, you should just sleep with this under your bed, regardless of werewolves or not. You should always have like a weapon nearby.
Will that help?
People are shit. They're actually the worst. So, keep one nearby.
Not the people of Erding. They're good people. Some of them are a little entrenched in their ways. Some of them aren't particularly worldly. But at heart, they're good people.
Who's the person in this town with the worst reputation?
Worst reputation for what?
Just like you don't want to see them on the street. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. They got an attitude on them.
I had a bit of a reputation back in the day, if you know what I mean.
Well, hope
ram.
never to understand what you
Vermilion
mean.
the ram, just mouthful of grass, looks at Malia.
I was gonna say, you hear in your head, Malia.
Excellent.
Sounds like you're describing yourself.
Emily, please give me a name of a seedy character.
Why?
That is really
Colin.
mean. No, you know what the worst name is? Kyle. That is
I
the
was gonna
worst name.
say that.
Kyle?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the
Say-
fantasy version of Kyle, Promethean.
No artistic license required. You're absolutely right.
That'd be that.
Hey,
Just emerges with a Monster Energy can.
if there are any Kyles in the chat, this isn't a safe space for you, apparently. I'm very sorry.
Hey, it is. You can't be judged by your name.
Look, that would
Except for when you are.
that would be Kyle. He's
Kyle.
he's locked down at the moment in the sheriff's quarters.
What for?
Whatever he's been up to lately, he basically lives there. He's a thief. He's a drunk. He's a lech. Not a very kind person. Why? Why do you ask?
I think we should go see him. I say to the group, not to her. Who apparently says nothing in return.
Wait, so we're going towards the red flag dude, or is he just an asshole? Like,
Listen, if there's anything I've learned, thank you to the voice in my head and the look the ram just gave me. It's that sometimes the shady people actually know what's going on. So maybe we should speak to Kyle.
yeah, okay, I'm down.
Sure. You know, I actually think I have something that could help with a little interrogation.
Bad.
He said.
Tiny, hey, you're awfully quiet. I know you looked a little frightened out the front there. You doing okay?
Tiny's just upside down
Just-
in a glass of ale.
No, she's not today. just confused. I've never come across anything like this ever. Just, my perpetual state.
You know anything about werewolves?
Do I
You
know
s-
anything about werewolves? I read books. about
You
it.
have, so we'll have, go for a history check.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I got a chunky. Hang on. That was in dirty 20.
Dirty 20, excellent. Tiny Wing, you will have absolutely found in your readings a book that told a tale of two tribes of werewolves, and this was amongst a book of assorted fae myths and legends, right? And these two tribes were at war, essentially. One of them committed themselves to dark and cruel powers and spread like a plague across the land in which they inhabited. The other tried to protect the land from these pillagers, and as a result received the blessing of the Moon Maiden as a form of protection. The, I think, key takeaway from that story, the moral, I guess, of that story for you is that werewolves by nature aren't necessarily kind of cruel and evil. There's definitely capability for those creatures to make a choice.
There you go. I do know something after all.
I don't know. You seem to have known a lot back at Valkior's, so I'm not quite surprised by it.
Books. They tell you things.
And so do people. Let's go talk. Let's go talk to Kyle. Place the tin cup back down after I just absolutely down the hatch, gullet, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like a shoe full of Chardonnay.
Rosé,
Yeah,
I believe.
that was correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know. any objections? Anything at all? Anyone wishes to ask of Maggie, or if you want to stay, come back and get you.
I just have one quick question, Maggie, before we move on. I don't suppose you've heard of or seen a Mud-Eye Maggie at all?
Mud-Eye doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Where is it? 17 plus 8 is 25.
Okay. It seems fairly genuine. And so, from your perspective, you are south enough of the Fabog proper that there's no reason to think that anyone here would directly know of Mud-Eye Maggie.
Okay. Right. I'll tell everyone else to go and talk to this Kyle dude.
Well, you need some directions to the sheriff's house before you go wandering willy-nilly through town, or
Willie.
Oh yeah, that would. Sorry, I'm used to knowing my way around. If you could just point us in the direction.
I'd be happy to, if you'd be willing to part with that juicy, meaty ram you have over there.
I know that is my best friend, named Vermilion, so you cannot have him.
Oh, sweetie, we're a farming town. Actually, give me some advice. You don't name them.
Is Vermilion going to stay here when we go?
If we give you the ram, who's going to pull our card for us?
Bah.
We need him.
Seems reasonable.
So he lays eggs from time to time, so...
She'll be visibly confused at that.
I will not elaborate.
Excellent. I think the last thing before she kind of points you in the direction of the sheriff's house, which is fairly clearly, again, essentially one main road. At the very end of that, atop kind of a couple of hills in the distance, you can see what looks to be a slightly better put together, kind of larger house on a hill on the outskirts of this town.
I'll just say, just be careful. Some of the townsfolk might not like the idea of you keeping that within the borders of the town itself. It could attract the werewolves, you know. Looks delicious.
He's quite capable of taking care of himself.
Bah.
Would they try to hurt him?
They're vicious,
Well,
savage,
we're not here.
vicious, savage creatures. The townsfolk. Also, some of them are vicious and savage creatures. But no, I would not leave it alone, though. We haven't had supplies come through here for a long time. All of our livestock has been slaughtered. We've still got a few crops going, but everyone's too terrified to go out to their farms.
Well, good news. This isn't just a ram. It's also a rope inspector and a lawyer, so...
Bah.
He's very talented.
It's a very impressive set of skills for a ram.
Vermilion.
For Vermilion the ram. If you want a better price that I could offer you, Farmer Egbert would be the one to talk to. He's very keen on collecting prized specimens of any type of creature. But Sheriff's house, straight up there.
And this new mayor of yours.
Riven.
Yes. Where would we find him? He's not the sheriff too, is he? That would be very convenient.
He is. He's the only one who can really, I guess, effectively defend those of us that are left. And he's
absolutely stunning.
He seems to have done a good job. He found and executed Jirity out there.
And this is the same man who showed up like 2 months ago?
Yeah. He returned from his own stint in the militia. He's not a local. He has a cousin who used to live here. Very sad. He's passed now, obviously. yeah, rolled into town and said he wanted to look over his cousin's things, and stayed, and we've all benefited as a result. We're all a little bit safer.
Except for the werewolves.
And the fact that like all your livestock's gone.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have anything to do with that. He's keeping us safe from the werewolves.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Should we go talk to this man? I'm really, really, really curious. That was at the group.
Wait, I mean, it sounds like a good idea. Sure.
That
What he said. Right.
Yeah, we have nothing better to do, so
trundle the cart off in the direction of the house.
Yeah,
You guys can
excellent.
come or not.
Yeah, I'm running to jump onto the cart because I'm not fucking walking.
Brilliant. As you all then head up towards this sheriff's house, Margaret will start kind of dragging in the table and all of these chairs back into her domicile. It only takes maybe 15 minutes to make your way up what is essentially a little goat track up a set of hills to this place. And it stands before you. It looks fairly well built. The house itself is definitely not new, but is quite clearly kind of has a place of distinction, kind of overlooking the town below.
Sorry, you said the mayor Riven is ex-military essentially.
Yeah, so each of you, with the exception perhaps of Tiny Wing, will be aware one of the kind of collective efforts within Sonder of pushing back the kind of demonic threat in the northern continent of Caldara is that various areas within Sonder will essentially kind of send members of their communities to serve for usually a maximum of 2 years in a essentially civilian militia. So they don't necessarily get stationed kind of up close to where the demonic activity is. They serve as more of a kind of a peace corps along the coastline and a second line of defense should any threats make their way south, kind of past the Carillion.
So as we're trundling up this goat path, are there like more people like watching the strangers coming in, or is it like pretty empty? Or
Yeah,
like if we were to be having a conversation, would anyone be close enough to overhear it, or is everyone just kind of like out of the way?
You could speak low enough, and the population is thin enough that you could get away with doing so without being heard.
Okay, cool. I will just lean in and I'll say it at normal volume because otherwise my microphone won't pick it up. But for all intents and purposes, I'm saying this low enough to not be heard by anyone outside of the cart. So the mayor is absolutely a werewolf, right?
Bah.
Thank you, Vermilion. Like he's gone to the north as a veteran and come back. If he's encountered, like, there is so much. I've been to the north. It's awful. It's mostly desert.
Bah.
It's terrible up there. But
Yeah.
he's absolutely,
100%.
yeah, he's absolutely a werewolf, right?
Oh, I mean, it certainly would seem that way from the whole situation. I mean, yeah, the time frames seem to line up for sure.
And if he's not, he's definitely trying to scare the town and has framed the other mayor.
Okay, I have a couple of little tricks that I can do, and I think it shouldn't take too long to suss him out.
I've got a little trick as well. I mean, maybe if we compare tricks to make sure we're not tripping over the tricks between the tricking.
Well, I can read minds occasionally, so
Right. Okay. I mean, I can make sure whether or not he's telling. Well, I can know if he's telling a lie or not. So I mean, that's something I can do. So maybe if you're in his head and I'm in his head, and we can make sure that we're not getting bamboozled.
find ourselves in agreement, Hobgoblin.
I mean, I can just cut a bitch if we need to.
Yes. Let's have that as the backup plan, just in case things go to shit.
Great.
Incredible. So you've approached this house. What would you like to do?
Who
Get
we
out of
sending
the
in?
cart.
Oh, yeah.
Who we sending in first? Who wants to be the face of this operation?
That.
Go. Maybe I can unsettle him a little bit.
Are we sure that's a okay? Yeah, I mean that's a perfect match then.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Pop out the cart. Is anyone following?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
still-
Fucking
yeah.
absolutely.
Is Vermilion still a ram, or is he unramming up here?
Right.
That.
He's lining up for the ram raid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Can rams like horses can't see like in front of them, right? Because of the way that can rams see in front of them, or is it a if I have to look at Vermilion, it's got to be from the side kind of thing?
Good question.
Quickly, I can see it happening in the reflection glass.
It is given the nature of the mechanics in terms of how combat works. I'm going to say that vision will be front on for a ram, but that isn't to say that Lilith understands that. If Lilith wants to assume that this ram can only see it from the side and approach from the side to be sure she's seen, that's fine.
It's fine. I'll just go from the side because that's where the ears are theoretically. Vermilion, keep an eye on the door, and if anyone who isn't us runs out and looks like they're evil and trying to escape, and or turning into a werewolf, smack them with your horns.
That.
Thank you. Just gonna give him a little scratch under the ear or behind the ear, and then walk off to the door.
Adorable.
Yeah. Or
I'm gonna follow.
Yep.
And, yeah, stand like a step or two behind.
Yeah, how tall is this door in comparison to me? Like, do I have to bend down in a creepy way to make it extra unsettling?
Not super creepy. It's a little bit larger, kind of part of the kind of rural ostentatiousness of this place. So it's a fancy house by comparison to the ramshackle kind of housing down in the village itself. But it's by no means super elaborate, this place. So it's a little taller than your standard kind of door, kind of a double door arrangement.
I would like to knock as high up on the door as I can, just to make it sound weird from the inside.
Sure. Very strange. Excellent. Yeah, okay. So Lilith knocks on the door. It is opened after a very short amount of time by a very tall gnome.
Does this fucking Talus Brittle Wheat? No, it better not be.
It is
I'm gonna kill him.
not Talus Brittlewheat. Much younger than Talus Brittlewheat. So this gnome, you see, has kind of sandy brown hair, much younger. So in humanoid years, you'd say maybe somewhere in their 30s. Wearing a kind of like a beret with kind of green and brown checkers and a slightly dusty kind of red velvet jacket. Fairly simple leather pants that appear to be held in place by just a very simple piece of rope and some bright yellow slippers. Hello?
Hello? Were you, what was his name again? Riven?
Me, Riven? No.
Oh, we're here to talk to him. We were told that we should seek out the mayor.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Riven's not actually on the premises right now. He's taking care of some very important business at the blacksmith.
Of course.
Saving the day as Riven does. Keeping us all safe.
Sure.
From the savage
also-
beasties out in the wilds.
Yes, I've heard it all before. There's a boy here, man. Kyle.
Kai, of course. Oh, the slop. Yes, that's right. He's currently incarcerated.
Did you say sloth?
Slop.
Okay.
Kyle the slot.
He's a
terrible, terrible person. Most people around here just call him Slop.
Sounds sloppy.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna turn back to the group and telepathically you're all gonna hear, play along. We're his legal counsel, and we've organized an appointment, and we would like to see our client.
Bear.
The Ram is also a lawyer. He's actually the best of us. We learned from him.
It's still outside.
Yeah, I'm just gesturing. We're just at
Yeah,
the door
cool.
as far as I
Yeah,
know, so
fair.
I'm just gesturing back to the cart.
What's illegal?
We're
It's a very
here
small
to-
eagle.
I will take my psychic damage, thanks, Envy. Oh, they really don't have much higher education here, do they? Does anyone want to explain what legal means?
Let's put it this way. Kyle has some friends in much more powerful places than yourself.
Just gonna lean on the top of the door frame.
Yeah. Look, we just want to have a talk with Kyle. It's as simple as that.
Also that.
Okay.
Right, hi Sneezy, where is he?
Come on in. Second door on the right. Oh wait, I need the key. 1 minute. Close your eyes, all of you. No peeking. And he'll go skittle off into the house, into one of the rooms in this large house, and come back. And you see him down the main hallway of the house, come back, and he has a big ring of keys. He's like, got him! And he'll take one of these keys, unlock a very heavy set door, which he then kind of struggles considerably to open, and appears to be even jammed a little bit. And so he kind of finally forces this thing open, falls over a little bit, scrambles back up. He's in here?
Wonderful. Of course, need to maintain client confidentiality, so you'll have to wait outside. I'm going to wait until everyone comes in. I'm just going to slam the door in this dude's face.
Hey, sorry, run that last part past me again. So you're going into the room and closing the door?
Yeah, so I'm going to wait until everyone except this little gnome dude's in here. I'm going to...
Sure.
Oh no, we're locked in here.
Kyle's a beast.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I would say he's a monster energy can. Great.
Hello? Are you Kyle? I'm assuming that there's a guy in this room.
Yeah, there is. So
Okay, cool.
in the corner of this room, and it's not particularly large. Those of you in the room fill up maybe half of the space in the room itself. The other half of the room, you see effectively a wooden bench with like a very large, thick kind of metal hook in the floor, and sitting on this kind of wooden bench, manacled to this floor hook. You see a very bedraggled, say half elf in sort of humanoid terms, maybe about his 50s, and he doesn't look okay. He looks absolutely filthy, thin, gaunt. His kind of eyes are sunken, and he kind of looks up at all of you as you enter this door. Doesn't say anything, just a little bit bewildered and bleary-eyed, staring at the lot of you.
Hello. We're your lawyers.
That's a good one. Haven't heard that before.
Cool.
That's
We,
good.
we have questions for you. Are you still drunk, first of all?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, I have. Let me check something real quick. I do not. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration. I don't have Lesser Restoration. If anyone had Lesser Restoration, this would be a really good time to cast it.
Bear.
You're outside. You're not here.
Correct.
This is going to be uncomfortable, but I need you to not resist, okay? And I'm going to walk over and I'm going to put my hands on the side of his head and I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
But like the second level, not Service Thoughts, the Deep Thoughts.
Oh, deep thoughts. Okay.
Deep
Amazing.
Thoughts. Which is
Deep
why
thoughts.
this is why I'm telling him to not resist.
How deep are your thoughts?
How
and
deep are your
and yet, I
thoughts?
believe there is a save involved. In Detect
Wisdom.
Thoughts. Of DC.
16.
Well, I am very sorry to tell you.
Bullshit again?
You cast this spell, and what you find is just clouded, foggy images of running through forest and blood and screams. There's very little more that you can get than that.
Would I be able to, with my telepathy, broadcast that to the others?
Yeah, or describe it. Either I think works.
I think mental is the best way.
Yeah.
As I'm seeing it, they're seeing it. Well, that doesn't bode well.
You good? You need, like, I got a water skin, if I can speak, if you need it. Like, I really
You have a
struggle with-
wart.
I have a
Nice.
wart
There's cream for
on my
that.
skin.
Yeah.
A water skin, if you must.
Skin wart.
Well, I'm always a little thirsty.
You got
I
a little
will-
something for me.
Wow. I will.
Oh boy.
I will pull out my water skin, and before I hand it over, I will splash some water onto his face, and then hand it over as like a attempt to sober him up a little bit.
Unnecessary. He sculls this water skin.
All water skin.
Yeah, well, probably about halfway, and then kind of presents it back to you, Malia. And as we all know, all it takes to bring you out of a drunken haze is just a few sips of water. He's
No.
absolutely still
Hey, I'm
properly
just trying to
wretched.
make him just like fucking be a human for a bit.
He, at this point, as he kind of wipes the water that's been splashed on him down his face and kind of clearing this build-up of muck kind of on his skin.
Yeah, I'm not popping out of the way in case he hurls.
He spots you, Tiny, and is just kind of enamored for a little bit. Can you all see that?
Don't touch. Go away.
Is that an actual fucking fairy?
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh,
Also, you shouldn't refer to her as that. She's like got a whole name and stuff.
Thank you.
And Sal's gonna lean in close to this dude, and in a very quiet voice, he'll go, "She'll absolutely rip your fucking face off if you lie to us. So maybe just answer these simple questions, please."
Would you like to roll an intimidation check, please, Sal? Thank you.
Oh, can I give him guidance? 'Cause
Yeah, you can.
I'm also
Others-
going to use influence. To influence, yeah. So basically, what that does, that'll give me advantage as well.
Sure.
And was there a guidance in there too?
yeah, so add a d4.
May I also, hearing Sal say this, have Tiny pop her form of dread to back up his claim of absolutely ripping off somebody's face?
Fucking yes, absolutely. You
can-
can.
Wait, are we all doing? Are we all doing
Can-
stuff? Are we
can
all
I
doing
use-
stuff?
Can I use thaumaturgy to make like these ominous whispers just whip
Yeah.
around the room?
Okay. So far we're just at a 25.
Okay, so let's step through this. So Sal has whispered this truly terrifying threat of violence, at which Tiny Wing describe for us again, super quickly, please, your form of dread hovering over Sal's shoulder that this guy's staring at while he hears these words.
So her face and her flesh turns quite pale. You'll see patches of decay crop up on her face and her arms, and her wings, instead of being these vibrant, bright, and like purple and blue things, start to have like a black cobwebby drip effect happening on them. They look like they're turning into just cobweb wings.
Excellent. And all punctuated by some thaumaturgy from
Yeah.
Lilith, which entails
By,
what,
like-
sorry?
Like demonic whispers whipping around the room.
Fucking hell. Excellent. And Malia, you wanted to pitch in on this as well. In what way?
Unless I don't have the shadow touch feature anymore, I'm gonna cast Cause Fear on him.
Fucking hell. You absolutely do still have the shadow touched feature at this time.
Kaori, you got to get in here with something, babe. You're missing out.
I don't do that. She goes wild.
Do it. Do it.
The monkey points a gun at him.
Okay, well, I am going to, because
Fireball.
Fireball, no, because it's Ash's birthday. I'm gonna use minor illusion to give Sal wings as well, but like mimicking Tiny's wings. too.
Fucking hell.
Best buddy wings.
All
We
right.
match.
It was really kind of you to have offered Kyle some water because he immediately pisses himself. And kind of scrambles up against the wall. Okay. Anything? What? What are you?
No,
I'm a
it's-
fucking
look,
fairy.
it's-
That's what you said.
Yeah. See, it's nice and simple. You just answer the questions now and it'll all be fine. It's really easy. So, what do we want to know from him?
Go, Lilith.
Why is your entire memory of running through the forest and trails of blood?
They found me. Out in the woods, out in the dark, out in the cold. They found me, chased me, hunted me. But I got away. They didn't get me. I got away.
Next
Who
question.
chased you?
Are you a werewolf?
No. My people can't be afflicted, I think.
Your people.
My dad was an elf. It's a bonus of the bloodline, I guess. I don't think we can contract the disease or curse or whatever it is.
Sure. If you're running through the forest being chased by something, how are you still drunk? I mean, not anymore, but...
Little Travis out there sneaks me in a little medicine every now and again. He's a good little guy. He's not very bright,
Really, such a little guy.
but he's a good little guy. You didn't hurt Travis, did you?
No, we just lied to him.
Why? Why would you lie to little cute innocent Travis? He's just
Okay, back with me. Come on. Wakey.
I'm gonna drop Cause Fear at this point because he's gone through enough. I think
there is no way that this individual is not having nightmares about all of you for the rest of his life.
That's fine, but
Good.
he's now no longer affected by the spell that would make it worse. I guess.
Amazing.
I have a question. Why, like, the mayor dude, you framed him, obviously. Right?
No, that's not this one. This guy's just
Oh,
a
is it
drunk.
someone else?
Yeah, this guy's just a drunk.
Oh, same.
This. I know. I can smell your breath from here.
Oh, my bad. So I'll find the
Minty.
later.
I can't frame him. They won't believe me.
Oh.
Ah, so you
Okay,
do
remember-
know something.
I think something. I think Riven knows who the werewolves are. I think he's protecting them.
That's
There's
so
one,
crazy.
there's a one thought town.
We had the same thought. But you can't tell anyone that.
They won't believe me anyway. I'll try it.
Yeah, of course. No one's going to no one's going to believe that a tiefling, an assassin, a pirate, a hobgoblin, and a fairy were asking you questions that made you piss your pants.
But Trabbit saw you all. They'll believe Trabbit.
Maybe.
Unless we kill him.
Trabbit.
Well, just threw him under the bus there, didn't you?
What's a bus?
The cart.
Truly. Before, they have like a whole lot of people on them, and they like.
Yeah.
It's actually a Ramliner.
Haori is truly so drunk tonight.
And at this point, you'll hear a kind of squeaky, grunting moan and a thud as the door to this room
Vermilion, keep it down out there.
swings open, and Trabbit kind of steps into the room.
I heard screaming. Is everyone all right?
Tiny will drop her dread form.
Oh, it's
So
fun. We were just playing a joke on Kyle here. Wasn't it funny, Kyle?
Laugh or else.
It's time for his medicine.
And he holds up like a
No.
very small bottle of whiskey. And there we're going to call it for a cheeky little 10-minute break.
Wow.
As this small gnome that you've all threatened the life of multiple times over the last couple of minutes enters the room.
It's not a threat if you follow through, but hey.
Well, incredible.
Hey, before we
Outstanding.
go to break, Kid Carnage, you fucking little legend. Thanks for the raid, babe.
Hey,
Thank
Kid
you.
Carnage, you are a legend.
Lay.
And yeah, thank you for the raid.
Raid ahoy.
Appreciate it. We're going to take just a cheeky little break. Shouldn't be longer than 10 minutes. Get yourself a little drink.
Quick, start a timer.
Quick, do it.
Wow.
Crap.
Whoa.
Hey, hi. We're back. It's us.
I puked on you.
Welcome back, or thank you for sticking around here with the Lawrites.
Sots.
We're sorry if you're stuck around.
Yeah, hey, so sorry. We
It's
are
not as sorry as we are.
undertaking a little session of the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition homebrew campaign, Sword of the Skulls, in which these fine people are the players, and they have, to quickly recap, I guess, the session so far, they've wandered into a town that seems to have a werewolf problem, with a bunch of real kind of rural, some shady characters, and everyone seems quite convinced that the mayor and sheriff of this town, who settled it a couple of months ago, has something to do with it. The party have just interrogated, terrifyingly, a poor drunken half-elf locked up in the sheriff's house, and have just been rejoined by Trabbit, the gnome, who is offering,
and the medicine,
who is offering Kyle, the aforementioned drunken half elf, a little bit of medicine.
Puts the lotion on its skin.
But before we jump back into that, Ramillion, left to their own sheepish devices outside the house. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do?
Yeah, Ramillion is going to scope out the outside of this house.
Yeah, okay, great.
Just shrugging off the cart harness. Just going to lumber around. Just see like, what's going on around here? Any ways, back doors, things like that we need to be worried about? I was told to keep an eye on the front door, but meh.
Meh. Can I have you roll a perception check, and we'll do it with advantage, please?
Outstanding. I absolutely can do that. 16. Oh. Yes. 2 16s. How about that? Okay, so 16 plus 7 is 22.
Magnificent.
23.
In your ram form, you feel the eyes on you before you see anything out of the ordinary, and
just rambling around
just immediately goes down your spine, and you know that you are currently being watched by wolves back beyond the tree line, kind of past this house, so opposite side of the town proper. This sheriff's house situation is kind of set up on a hill, and there's a bit of a forested area behind that. You instinctively, in your ram form, understand that you are currently being assayed by at least 2 predators out beyond the tree line.
Well, I do not like to be prey, but I do like to be around predators, so this seems to be fine.
Trademarked.
Beyond that, around the house itself, you don't find anything super out of the ordinary. It's actually fairly kind of clean around here. The one thing that probably does stand out, given the statement of Margaret and Court earlier in the town, you do find what looks to be the remains of kind of a rack of ribs kind of stashed in a refuse area behind the house.
I want to get a sense of how fresh those ribs are.
3 or 4 days, maybe.
Okay, so like below the threshold of the livestock or going missing.
Yeah, so I think the sense of the livestock was that this had occurred over a period of time.
Right.
Probably.
But certainly the people in the town seem to be under the impression that there hadn't been any livestock for a while.
For a while, yeah. So
it
began, I think it was a couple of months ago, I think Court had mentioned. And yeah, they all seem pretty hungry, so you could make a fairly safe assumption there's been a little while since they've been eaten well.
Interesting. And the ribs, just while we're on the topic of ribs, do they look to be animal in nature?
Yeah, they're quite large. So
like a cow, perhaps?
Yeah, like a large ram.
Right.
For example. Or something of that nature, yes. They do seem to be... They're definitely not humanoid size-wise. They could potentially belong to a larger humanoid creature, but they do seem to be more of an animal type arrangement of ribs. And
Certainly not a human. Is what I'm
yeah, they're definitely not
sort of
human.
driving at there. Yeah.
And I'll get you to roll me a survival check as well, please.
Survival, eh?
Yeah.
We love a good survival check. Only a +4 to that one. 19. That's fine.
Okay. You recognize fairly quickly what appear to be gnawings on the bone. So this isn't something that's been served up at a dinner table. Whatever's been munching on these has done so with teeth.
Fair enough. Could you reasonably surmise that like these have been put on a refuse heap, that something's been gnawing them while they've been on the refuse heap, and not necessarily at the point of
probably
initial consumption, or would it
I'm going
be?
to say that's going to be difficult to tell. So it's
Sure.
not evident if that's occurred before or after.
Okay. But certainly something has eaten these ribs in the last 3 days or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Meh.
Anything else Remillion would like to do, having done a little clip clop around this house?
Just a bit of a ramble. Yeah. No, just continue to ram, and by that I mean man the post, because I'm not a man, I'm ram, near the door
Brilliant.
as instructed.
Excellent. In which case we go back into the room with the shackles, where Kyle is manacled. And Trabbit, the gnome, has, with great amount of effort, managed to re-enter this room after having the door closed on his face, and sees all of you.
It's time for Kyle's medicine now. I'll just scooch
No,
on past all of you.
absolutely not. I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice boom. Absolutely not.
Why?
Because
He's not sick.
it's a buried voice. Where did you come from?
Man.
Because we are in the middle of discussions of a sensitive nature, and I need him lucid, not drunk. He's already told us that you've been bringing him alcohol, so don't bother trying to deny it.
I wouldn't. But he doesn't do too well after a couple of hours of not having anything.
Then I have a bargaining chip, and I'd like to try and take the alcohol from him.
Okay, sure. Let's roll a little contested strength check.
Strength? Ooh, that's like I'm gonna guide myself. That's okay. So 18 plus 3 minus 2 is 19.
Okay, it does. Lilith does rest this flask, probably a glass kind of flask with what looks like whiskey. At first,
Does it have like a stopper?
yeah, it'll be just a very simple kind of
Has a
cork
goer.
with stopper in it, and yeah, successfully rest away. But
I'm gonna hold it up because he's a gnome and I'm 6'9".
Just playground bully tactics.
Mr. Riven has very strict instructions to make sure that Kyle got his medicine.
Don't worry, he'll get his medicine after we're done with him.
And he'll kind of jump up at the flask and try and get it.
Fine.
So with my hand fully extended, it's probably 8 feet in the air.
Oh yeah, he's incapable of getting
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's going to continue attempting to do so.
Fine. But just give that.
Does anyone want to stop him? This is actually quite entertaining.
Is he going to
No?
keep doing it?
We're just gonna watch him do this. Okay.
It's kind of funny to see
If-
him jump. So
If he's going to keep doing it, Tiny would very quietly cast Mold Earth and turn the little 5 feet under his little feet into quicksand if she could.
Incredible. And so on the last of these little jumps, he kind of stops, goes to jump again. Kind of looks down at his feet, looks up at you all in absolute confusion.
What is happening right now?
He's not having his medicine.
You were asked to leave, and you didn't.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm in charge here.
Mm-mm. Are you?
You're actually in quicksand, is what's
Look.
happening.
What's your name again, little gnome dude again? Sorry?
Trabbit.
Trabbit?
Trabbit.
Look, Trevor,
Trabbit.
Trevor?
Trabbit.
Trevor?
Trab.
Trebert. Trebert.
Bert?
Trebert. Look, do you want to maybe come out here with me? We can go outside, we can have a little chat, and these lot can stay in here and have a chat with Kyle, and it'll be fine. I'm following your instructions. You're telling me that I need to leave, like you are, like you're the boss. I'm like, sure thing, boss. I'll go with you, boss. Whatever you say.
Roll me persuasion check, please, Sal.
Guidance.
Uh, 12. Oh, guidance. Whoops, I forgot the default.
Mm.
Good, 13.
Amazing.
Wow.
Vermilion, is that you waking up?
Yes.
He's clearly unhappy with this entire situation, including and extending to the quicksand that he's currently stuck in. Kind of, if it was anyone who had even the slightest amount of kind of self-confidence, it would be an attempt at an imposing stare. Instead, kind of what you get from him, Sal, is just this kind of look of utter dejection and non-consequentialness that he feels deep in every pore of his being right now.
And so Sal will be like, oh, I can obviously tell by your look that you're getting very grumpy, and so I should absolutely do what you're saying. And you and I, should leave this room. Like you're the boss.
That seems fair. I feel like
Who's the boss?
I'm the boss.
You're the boss, aren't you? Yes, and you're telling me to leave the room.
That's right. And you will be my
No,
prisoner.
use your words. Look, Trevor, use your words. Tell me, get out of here.
You get out of here.
Oh God, yes. Oh, sure. I mean, you better show me out of the way because you're so intimidating and scary.
And he kind of points to the open doorway, but kind of does it a little bit too aggressively and kind of falls over a little bit in the quicksand. And just kind of,
Also help me out of this, please.
Oh, sure. And I'll try and pull him out and give Tiny a little look as well.
okay, give me...
Tiny will fix up the ground.
Excellent.
And so Sal will actually hold him and go, all right, you're now telling me to go outside of the room and I'm following your instructions, and I'll literally just actually carry him
Excellent. And so,
out of the room.
whilst being held by Sal, he kind of addresses the rest of the party real quick, and he'll say,
Okay, I have your friend. Prisoner's a bit strong, but make no mistake. I am the boss, and I am the boss of him explicitly, and there will be no shenanigans in here until I return, or your friend won't be returned to you safely.
Oh no, please, friends, do what he says. He's very scary and I'm fearing for my life.
and then Sal will
Thaumaturgy on the door so it closes.
kind of
But Lilith, before you do that,
Thaumaturgy the door open.
I might, if you all have this under control and Sal is out there, I might go check on Vermilion and make sure he's not been eaten by anything thus far.
Man.
Do look out for that orc fellow. He looked a bit stupid.
Well, I
This whole
also think
town's
anyone in this town could try to eat him. So, and I'll just make my way out to Vermilion.
Anyone else? No? good, excellent. He's locked in with the witches now. Well, shit.
Hey, Pro, how's it feel to have a 3-way party split?
I'm real happy about it. We're going to immediately go out and follow Sal and Sal and Trabbit then quickly out of the room. Is there anything specifically you wanted to do with this gnome currently in your clutches, Sal, who is absolutely the boss of you?
As soon as we're outside, he'll put him down, and basically Sal will spend the rest of the time until the rest of the group emerges, basically giving this dude like a pep talk.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like that's your technique. See, like you really took charge there, and you made it. Like I was actually genuinely, really feeling like, oh my god, I need to follow what you're saying. Like you were doing a really good job, and that kind of just absolutely trying to pump this little dude up.
Okay, excellent. He's very receptive to that kind of commentary, and will probably convey, Mr. Riven basically ignores me like I'm here. I'm a functionary of the sheriff's office, but ever since Jiminy was outed as a werewolf, savage, beastly creature, and it's been very strange. I feel like I've lost my place a little bit, you know?
Well, I mean, you've just demonstrated to me that you know how to be more assertive, and so with this Mr. Riven, like just like stand up to him. But I mean, but also like, how well do you know him? He's only been around for like a couple of months. Is that right?
Yeah, he came back from the north with the latest militia folk to return. His cousin used to live here. Horrible, tragic ox cart accident. Sadly, his cousin passed away. But yeah, he said he wanted to look into his cousin's things, and just happened to be around when, all of this ghastly business with the werewolves went down.
Oh, sounds terrible. And he sounds very heroic. He's come in and he's saved the town, and he's done all these amazing things, and sounds like a really top-notch kind of person. Except maybe for not treating you as well as you deserve.
It's the role, I guess. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Combining mayor and sheriff was always a bad idea in my opinion, but it's been that way here for years, so...
Right. Interesting.
What's a little gnome like me gonna do about it?
Sure. And so this is his office that we're in now?
Yeah, office and home. It's part of the package deal of the role.
I kind of want to get to know what this Riven is like. Does he have is there anything in this room that that maybe he's left behind this time, but he normally takes with him when he goes out, like a favorite walking stick or a cloak or like a knife or sword or something that maybe he's left lying around just this once?
No, there's only really two things that he's always kind of carrying, and well, three, I guess, if you count his badge of office. But he's got a very cool sword. It's very imposing. It suits him very well. And his mace, I guess.
Right.
But
okay.
he would never leave those behind.
Right. Okay. No, that's fine. Look, how about you and I sit down? You can tell me a little bit more about Riven. We can work on your self-confidence. Maybe we can do a little role play. I can be Riven, you can be yourself, and we can maybe talk through some, and he'll kind of just play it off with that sort of stuff.
Excellent. Speaking of role play, back into the room with Carl.
I would like to do a medicine check on this vial. I'd like to uncork it, sniff it,
okay, sure.
Take a drop and rub it on my teeth.
Yep.
Just usual stuff,
Absolutely.
It's gonna guide myself. Excellent. I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Absolutely.
Excellent. That's much better. Guidance was really good. So 17 plus is 21.
Okay, perfect. It is definitely whiskey in this kind of small glass stoppered bottle. It is very apparent, though, that there is something else that has been ground up and mixed in with it. And with what was it, 21?
21.
Yeah, with 21, and given your knowledge of such things, you recognize this substance as wolfsbane.
So I, Ash, know that wolfsbane not meant to be ingested. Pretty bad for you if you eat it. Because I'm pretty sure isn't it in the belladonna family of plants? I might be making that. It is. Yeah. Same vibes here. Still the same as regular human world wolfsbane. You're not supposed to drink it.
From the medicine.
Imbibe it.
This is actually Twilight. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, no.
Like, this entire thing is a war between vampires and werewolves.
That's right.
Yeah, this is
from the
You
medicine
really
check.
embraced
bitch. That makes you Renesmee.
From the medicine check, and your earlier much poorer roll around your general knowledge of werewolves, the only thing that you could say for certain would be some half-remembered references to this substance being used to ward off were creatures, not just werewolves, but were creatures of all kinds.
But so it's not necessarily a poison in Sonder, or is it still poisonous? I guess is what I'm kind of trying to ascertain.
Look, you wouldn't want to consume a whole bunch of it. It's not good for your average person's health.
How much is in this vial? Would you say like a shot's worth, 2 shots worth? Cup?
Of the wolfsbane itself?
No, of the drink in total.
Oh, of the drink. No, probably a couple of drams. So it's like a half full,
Dram,
kind of
girl.
flask-sized but glass vial of whiskey.
Okay. Huh. They're really superstitious here. There's wolfsbane in this.
Doesn't look like it's doing him much good, though. I mean, look at the state he's in.
It's werewolves tend to come out at night, and it's kind of lunchtime, so maybe we just don't give him this. We wait till the moon comes out, and then we see what happens.
Well, it seems
Okay.
like giving him this like medicine that I don't know. It feels like they're just trying to keep quiet.
Yes, it very much feels like that. I'm just gonna stop the vial again and slip it into my bag of holding. I'm gonna pull out the bottle that me and Kaori were already drinking from, and I'm gonna wave that in front of his face and be like, "Do you want actual medicine, or do you just want a drink?"
And you're not even halfway through the sentence, and he's just kind of reaching out for the bottle. What's in there?
Questions needing answers first. You are not a werewolf. You are fairly certain.
Not a werewolf.
Okay, how about this? I'll let you have a drink from this. I will hold the bottle as you drink, because I want it back. But you have to spit out every drink that Trabbit gives you for the rest of the day.
It's really good whiskey, though.
Yes, but it's poisoned.
Poisoned?
Yes.
Why would Trabbit poison me? He's just a little guy.
Because Riven told him to. Because he's just a kiss ass doing what the mayor wants.
Riven.
He's not your friend.
Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense. Okay, like, I can't make any promises, but okay. I promise.
I'm just gonna... Is Tiny Wing, like, flying, or is she, like, just...
No, she's fine.
Okay. I would like to reach over behind and, like, push Tiny Wing forward and be like, swear to her.
Okay, I swear, I promise, I swear. I won't touch it, I'll spit it out and pour it on the floor.
And he'll just kind of hesitantly hold his hand out for the bottle that you've been dangling.
I will hold it up to his lips, but I'm not letting him take it from me.
He'll have a very grateful little drink. And then
Anonymous. Yeah.
and then just kind of curl up on this bench, just kind of rocking a little bit.
You should go to sleep now.
It's a good idea.
But before you do, so you remember this conversation later, she's going to very quickly use Druidcraft to make a couple of those tiny flowers that she makes. And she's going to sit them on the bench beside him. Like, so you remember we were here and what we said. Also, you said you're a half-elf, yeah? You're gonna live for a very long time.
Mm.
You should try to do better.
Mm. You sound like my dad.
Your dad's right.
You're scarier though.
That's the best thing I've been called today. I'm just gonna go.
Bye.
You know, back away. So whoever
Hey,
else
Rory
wants to
just
keep
being
talking
like,
can talk.
"Bye."
Goodly's just gonna shuffle out.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everything's stashed in the bag of holding, and I'm just gonna skedaddle.
Yeah, beautiful.
Please open the door for me. It's very big.
Right, thaumaturgy. Because I'm not touching doorknobs.
See, I was right. Opening shit is beneath you.
Yeah, you were right, okay. Would thaumaturgy apply to gates?
It would probably, I guess.
Fuck yeah, good to know.
Malia, you were heading out to check in on Ramillion.
Yeah, nothing particular that I'm doing aside from just hanging out. Making sure no one's about to run up on him and try to eat him. And I guess she appears like she really just doesn't have an interest on what's going on inside and is just hanging out.
Sure. You encounter Ramillion munching away at some grass outside of the house.
So, I guess when Malia comes outside, Ramillion is going to be like just quickly scoping out to see if no one's there in the immediate vicinity, and then I will transform back into a regular old non-Ramillion Vermilion. Like, oh hey best friend, how's it going?
The same that it was going like 5-10 minutes ago.
Great, I don't know what happened in there between then and now.
Oh, you should have been there. Like, Tiny can be real scary.
Yeah, that tracks.
Just starts like decaying.
Gross. Speaking of decaying, I found some ribs out back. Also, this house is definitely being watched by at least 2 wolves.
Okay, hold on. One thing at a time.
Okay, do you want to start with the ribs or the wolves?
The ribs. Human or animal?
Animal, as far as I can tell, looks to have been consumed probably within the last 3 days.
Great. That, I guess, tracks with whatever everyone else is saying.
Also, lots of teeth marks in them, but I don't know if that was pre being dumped outside or post being dumped on the refuse heap.
Okay. And the wolves. How do you know we're being watched?
Let's just say my ram sense was tingling.
Okay, like the sense of sight or smell or hearing.
I don't know, instinct. What do rams have?
That is a question that only you can answer.
That's true. So we'll go with instinct.
Okay.
So around the back of the house here, there's a forest. You could probably see that if you just look around the side like this. Yeah, so that forest in there, at least 2 wolves.
Can I say anything?
So the tree line of this forest will extend far enough that you could probably see that tree line from where you are
Any
at
shadows?
the front of the house. Unnecessary. There is a wolf staring directly at the 2 of you having this conversation.
See?
And
Wolf.
It immediately spins on its tail as soon as your eyes meet it, and it runs off into the woods.
Okay, I think you sufficiently scared it.
Should I go after him?
No. You shouldn't go after these things by yourself in general.
No, it just looked like a regular wolf to me. They're kind of
Okay.
fine. They just kind of hang out and do wolf stuff.
Yep, and sometimes they have
know,
packs
packing it.
that could
Yeah, exactly.
outnumber you.
But I mean, if I was a wolf, they'd respect me.
I mean, yeah, if that's how it works. Holy shit, Ricky's going batshit crazy. Give me 1 second.
I can see something's going on there. That's okay. We'll jump back over to Lilith, Tiny Wing, and Kaori then, exiting this little prison room and leaving Kyle to his misery.
So Sal is outside with Trabbit, outside of this room directly, or in another room, or?
Your call, Sal. Have you attempted to use your newfound friendship with Trabbit to explore this house a little further, or just heading out?
I mean, he would have been like asked about sort of objects and stuff like that. Would have inquired a little bit more about Riven, like, you know, what's he like? You know, is he a dick? Is he not a dick? Like, just trying to kind of get a bit of a vibe, but also kind of still going with that whole sort of life coach approach. You know, like, yeah.
Okay. In which case, the three of you, Lilith, Kaori, and Tiny Wing, will kind of walk in on this part of the conversation. And Trabbit will explain, no, most of the things in the house here kind of come with the place. Riven didn't really arrive with much, just his sword and his mace and sleeping roll. And he moved into his cousin's house for a little while, I guess, while he was, you know, looking into the objects that were there, just, I assume, to distribute amongst the family, and then all of the terrible business with the werewolves happened, and Riven leapt into action and took command and tracked down the culprit. And lo and behold, it was Mayor Jiminy, Sheriff Mayor Jiminy.
Where's his cousin's house?
Just in town a ways. I can't really.
Just some directions would be fine. It'd be interesting to go there and just, you know, maybe have a bit of a look. And you said that old Riven's down at the blacksmith at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whereabouts is the blacksmith?
Yeah, the blacksmith is on the main street. So the second little street off to the left, you'll find the blacksmith almost immediately to your right. The cousin's house is almost directly opposite that.
Right. Excellent. Okay. Well, I mean, unless my friends here have got anything else that they're wanting to ask, we'll probably just be making our way. I'm Lilith, Kaori, Tiny Wing. Is there anything that you're wanting of my new little friend here?
No. But your prisoner took his medicine like a good boy and is sleeping it off.
Good.
See, I told you that would be fine. And you displayed, again, that inner strength when you got me out here. Remember, positive language, no, I think, no, I guess, firm statements. I want you to. When Riven comes back, I deserve a pay rise. I deserve to be listened to, okay? Confidence in yourself.
Confidence in myself.
Absolutely. All right. And he'll give him like a firm handshake, and then he'll just turn around and leave.
Awesome.
Where do we want to go? Do we want to go to the blacksmith's or the cousin's house or something completely different?
I would like to check out cousin's house.
I mean, they're pretty much like on opposite sides of the street.
Which
Theoretically,
is
stand in the middle and do both at once.
also, well, we could also just split the party 6 different ways and go
This is true.
completely different directions.
This is true. I'm going back to the orphanage. No, I'm
2 to
kidding.
the cousin's place, 2 into the woods to fall off on the wolves.
Yeah. So, so the other guys are just outside, aren't they?
So Malia and Vermilion will be outside.
Cool. What do you guys see out here? Anything?
Oh,
interesting?
hey guys, it's me,
Hi.
Vermilion.
Hey,
I'm not a ram
Vermilion.
anymore.
Oh, and all the better for it.
There's at least 2 wolves, according to Vermilion. But there is definitely one that just made its way back into the woods. Made
Yep.
direct eye contact with us first.
Yep, at least 2 wolves watching this house from the woods,
Not suspicious at all.
which may have something to do with the ribs I found in the refuse pile out back.
Possibly.
Just, you know, normal animal ribs post de-meeting, I guess.
Never say that again. That was.
Yeah,
a
you should say
vision.
it. You should say that more often.
What, de-meeting?
Ugh, I hate that.
It's
As in, like, I have to go to de-meeting?
But you ruined it. Thank you, Vermilion.
Right.
What's everyone's plan? Like, what are we doing? Do we care?
just thinking we set the firebug on the town. I point at Kaori, and just let her deal with everyone.
Oh, Malia, I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
What are your thoughts on this, Sal?
Oh, I mean, my thoughts are the only real concern that I've got is that if we leave town to keep going where we're going, that there's potentially a whole bunch of werewolves out there, and it would kind of be awfully unfortunate if we all got eaten. And so maybe talking with this Riven fellow might be worthwhile.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying, let's not let this become like the new hyperfixation. Let's just, one and done it, get out, continue on our way. Because here's the thing, werewolves are not exclusive to this area, so you can rid this town, but there'll be some somewhere else.
Hey, Lord Eddie.
Yes, Lord Son.
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law, correct.
Son-in-law.
Oh.
Bam.
I see.
Yes.
Wow.
Very mixed feelings right now. Have we seen any children or anything? Sort of as we pass through the town?
Yeah, like 3 days ago. Oh, wait.
Truly, so many. You stole so much food from them. Walking into the town, you may see one or two just kind of playing with sticks, kind of in the dirt, and then scampering off to do whatever stick-playing children do.
Sick of all these kids playing with sticks everywhere we go.
Well, sticks are
Yeah,
cool.
someone get him a rock.
Well, in that case, Selgo, look, I mean, you're right, but I'm also, there's children and stuff here, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd feel a little bit guilty just sort of leaving this place to get sort of ravaged by a bunch of werewolves if there was maybe even just a little something we could do to help out.
Again, I'm not saying we run away, but like I've given one of them a weapon.
It was a little old lady, and you gave her a sword that she could barely hold. I mean, it was a lovely thought, but
she can give it to someone far more good, I guess, at using it. Like, it's up to her.
Look, just small observation at this stage, but we haven't really seen anyone else that you could, like, we've encountered a bunch of gnomes and a half-elf, and none of them really seem capable, but look,
That's
I'm
not true. There was that stupid half-orc.
Well, there was the stupid, but he's probably just going to stab his eye out or something like that. It was a nice thing to do. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I don't think there's many capable people here, but maybe we just go and talk to this Riven fellow and we go from there.
Great.
Right.
Or we could just head like straight into the woods and
Yeah, do you want me to go and see if I can
not by yourself.
Wolves?
Because
I can kind of be a wolf for a bit, but that means Sal has to pull the cart, so...
Darling, I think they are likely gonna know the difference between a standard wolf and a werewolf.
Okay, bet. I don't know how aware they are, but there's at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Did you say okay, bet?
Yeah?
Wow. What do other people think? Malia and I are standing here having a bit of a discussion, but what are other people's thoughts?
I would like to hear Tiny Wing's opinion.
I'm kind of curious. Like,
you want to go to the wolves?
No, not the wolves. Jeez.
Dang it.
What are the wolves with you?
Split the body. Lilith, what about you? What are your thoughts?
It's obvious that it's the mayor, right?
It seems like it's pretty clear, but still.
So why don't we just go do that really quickly? Because it's obviously him. And then we come back and do what Vermilion wants to do.
All right, fine. We kill the mayor and then we go investigate the wolves.
Exactly.
Hey, let's roll for dragons. Thanks for the raid. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Hello. Welcome in. We're deciding how many people to kill in this town.
And if we're going to burn it all down or not.
Yeah. We've got a sorcerer who's just got 3rd level spells, so...
Is it if or when we burn it down? I guess we're going to go and check out the blacksmith then, and Riven.
Did you say the blacksmith?
Yeah, because that's where
Riven's
Riven's
blacksmith.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's the information we didn't
What's
know
happening?
because
What's going on?
We're just going to go and visit the farrier. It's fine.
we were out here. That's good. I could use new shoes.
Millie is so checked out that she's like, "What the fuck are we going to a blacksmith for?"
Well, because
Oh
like
god.
Lily is also drunk.
No, Malia's just like, what the fuck is going on and why are we here? Let's keep going on our mission. This sucks.
Okay.
Give me a beer.
Excellent. So the plan is then to head to the blacksmith, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Marvelous. You do so with the instructions that little gnome Trabbit had given you, which appear to be accurate, and it becomes fairly immediate where the blacksmith is. Very similar to the little tap room that Margaret had served you drinks from.
Wait, are we leaving the cart here or what?
I'm not pulling it.
Oh,
I'm
fine.
also not pulling this cart. Like, that was your whole thing, Vermilion.
Righto. I would like to wild shape into another bighorn ram,
Yes.
but make it clearly different to the previous bighorn ram,
Okay.
just to fuck with the townsfolk.
Fucking-
Anyone
have-
who's seen the ram is going to get real confused.
And because we established that the ram is also a lawyer, can it have one
Yeah.
of those, the white wigs that
Yes.
lawyers? Can it be wearing one of those?
Yes, it's
Excellent.
actual like ram's fur looks like a law wig.
Fucking hell. Okay, excellent. Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Instead of a collar, it just has like a rope.
Yeah.
And so wild shaped, you will trundle
Now pull
off
the cart.
into this little hamlet, and yeah, find the blacksmith fairly easily. It is it's a very small, not very wealthy town. It's a very basic kind of setup, just like a very large clay kiln. You can see the smoke, and you're drawn there fairly immediately. Hammering away over an anvil. And stoking the fires of this large kiln, you'll see a half-elf woman with almost perfectly, quite strangely for someone who's clearly used to physical labor, very impressively straight and well-kept kind of blonde hair. You see a very well-dressed half-elf man. Did I say half elf for the blacksmith or half orc? Half orc.
You said half.
Orc for the blacksmith. My apologies.
Good.
A very well dressed half elf man with a very fancy looking longsword at his hip, and what kind of looks like a mace, but it's almost as though it's like some kind of ceremonial piece. So. At a glance, and he's not like hiding these items, they're both kind of just at his hips. This mace at his side looks to be some kind of a hand holding a very large, chunky, what looks initially to be maybe glass kind of ball in it. You're not sure how effective that would be in actual combat, so it looks like it might be some kind of ceremonial type item. Next to the half-orc, who you assume is Riven, who you're looking for based on the description that Trabbit gave you, is another half-orc. Very similar, if not exactly the same in nature, as Court that you met earlier in the town.
Bah.
I'll stop the group before we get too close. Go, hey, I've got a little idea, maybe get an idea of what this Riven fellow's been up to for like the last 24 hours or something like that. Might give us a bit of insight into like if he is a terrible, nasty, horrible person. If you guys are sort of willing to play along for a moment, or if you've got another plan, if you just want to roll up there and go, hey, Mr. Riven, are you a horrible, nasty person? And if so, you're going to die?
Bah.
I mean, the
I
second
think
one
you
sounds
got
like a lot
this.
more fun. But go on.
I think, we had Lilith do her thing. It's time for you to do yours. We'll see who does it better, I guess.
Look, the worst thing that will possibly happen is that I'll actually basically make him insanely angry and he'll try and kill me. So maybe just keep an eye out for that, and then Sal will just wander off towards this dude.
Well, I mean, if he kills Sal, then one less mouth to feed.
How much do you reckon we could get for his marbles if we sold them?
Bah.
So Sal will walk up towards, will actually sort of almost jog up towards Riven. And as he gets closer, go, "Oh, excuse me, Mr. Riven, sir. I got told by your little companion, Trebbit. Oh!" And he's going to fake tripping.
Right.
With the intent of trying to get one or either hand on to touch the sword or the mace thing at his hips. Just
Excellent.
touching, not trying to take, just touching.
Excellent. Because you have an actual purpose behind this, I'm going to have you roll a dex check, please.
Dex check. Oh no. This doesn't bode well.
Everything is fine. It's gonna be okay.
That's a 12. That's like...
Okay. So you give this little fake tripsy bit a go, and as you're kind of reaching out then to fondle one of these items, this half elf, seemingly as in slow motion and as though they're almost expecting it, just kind of looks at you and very smoothly and elegantly just sidesteps so that you fall flat on your face in the dirt in front of the large kiln that makes up this blacksmith. And the half orc woman kind of looks over this kiln at you. You're right there, sweetie.
Oh, cough out some dead mud. Oh no, I'm sorry. He'll start pulling himself up. I'm just overly enthusiastic. I'm a bit of a klutz at times. Start sort of dusting off the mud and filth. And turn around and he'll look at the rest of the group with that kind of oops.
Make that face again, please. Excellent. Well,
I'm sorry.
Wait, someone clip that.
Well, if you're here on business, you're gonna have to wait. I have some.
No, I was here to talk to Riven. I was just up at the mayor sheriff house station jail place.
At which this very tall, we'll say 6'3", half elf gentleman kind of raises an eyebrow, looking down at you. You wish to speak to me?
Oh yes, I'm your secretary, Tribbit. I was struggling with his name.
Trabbit,
that's the one. He said to come and see you because you might know. Me and some friends and I have just come from out of town, and we had a few issues with some wolves on the way in. They were sort of like kind of following us around and doing terrible, nasty, like wolf type things. He said it was something that you might be interested in.
and his head will kind of cock to the side a little bit.
Cock.
You've got to respect it. Interesting that you were able to find your way into town at all. It's certainly not been the case for some time that we've found ourselves with visitors. How very fortunate. And I'll have each of you roll a perception check, please.
All of us?
Yeah, anyone who's kind of watching this interaction between Salazlo and Salazlo and Riven.
23.
Dirty 20.
Same perception.
Yes.
24.
Fuck you.
So
Did we all roll above a 20?
Hold on,
think so.
Just waiting on Kaori, I think.
Hold on. Kaori, what did you get?
Same as one.
Oh.
Oh.
Salazlo got 0.
That tracks.
Excellent. Well, yeah, look, Sal's just fallen over. Attempted
Sal,
to
there's
do
a zero
something.
in it.
Yes. Sal has just fallen over and is a little distracted, perhaps. Also, I don't know what Sal rolled for a D10 for Riven, if Sal actually did attempt to do that. Kaori, the difficulty is not that high, so you also will spot this, as do the rest of you. On mentioning that it's strange that you were able to make it into town, his glance flickers over briefly to the half orc man next to him. Who got the 24? Was that
Malia.
Oh yeah. It is quite clearly a look of it's a disapproving look that is thrown.
Like you didn't do your job look, or
Like you shouldn't have
a-
worn those shoes today. They totally clash look.
That's a question,
Yeah,
not a statement.
I'm aware. The look is one of disapproval.
Can I insight it to try and understand it further?
You can, sure.
Come on, Meeple's dice. 21.
Okay. One moment.
Oh my god, Lord Daddy's Lauren.
Momo, s'il vous plaît.
Get your lore on.
Get you some of that sweet, sweet fucking
Hey, this is Lauren.
Right.
Okay.
Just have it flowing with the lore.
Sorry, can we get a shirt that just says "Get your lore on"?
Get your lore on.
I really want it in like big 80s font. Like, I think it'd be great.
Fucking hell. It is very similar to what you would expect for those kind of circumstances. So there is a level of expectation of this half orc standing next to him, and you probably get more from looking at the half orc's response than you do from Riven himself. You kind of, his glance will kind of go down to his feet. He'll kind of kick the dust a little bit, look a little bit guilty.
If that's the case, I will chime in and say, what, you just don't like visitors, or you gonna kill this guy later?
Bort. I would never. Bort is a
What?
very trusted and valued advisor of mine. No, it's just
Choosing to
shit.
believe the ram just
Bought.
starts laughing.
Yeah.
Correct.
That might be so, but based on the look you just gave, you are quite unhappy with them.
well, I like to be appraised of newcomers to these areas so that we can warn them of the dangers.
Well, to give Bort credit, he did. Fuck, that name is so stupid. He did try to make us come straight to you, so he did that part of his job quite well.
I've
Well,
never
I'm
met any of
wondering-
you before in my life. What are you talking
I
about?
feel like we met him, did we not?
That was Cord.
We have the same name. I'm so confused.
Oh,
Okay.
you must have met my twin brother, Cord.
Bort
Oh my
absolutely let
god,
us
can
into
we just
town.
fireball them now, Kate?
They had the same voice as well. I'm so confused, genuinely. Malia's so checked out. She's like, I fucking hate this town.
True.
Listen, long and short of it, I'm not going to talk around anymore. Oh, do you need someone to kill these werewolves? Are you the werewolf? Like, who's the fucking werewolf? Because I got a silver dagger and I'm just going to stab someone with it soon.
Silver, you say?
Oh, yes. And I will start testing it on whoever becomes closest because my patience is wearing quite thin.
Well,
Can I
Mm-hmm.
Can I just very quickly, please, when Malia sees that, can I use Veritas, which
yes.
so they've got to make a charisma saving throw DC 16.
Okay. So read me the full description again, just so I remember.
So
the
target the
details.
3 creatures I can see. Failed save, you know when the creature speaks, writes, or otherwise communicates a lie for the duration.
Mhm.
I know whether the creature succeeds or fails. Increase the order, multiple creatures. Yep, that's it.
Okay. And are they aware of you having cast this?
It does not say whether they are aware or not.
Okay.
It says, I know if they pass or fail, but that's it.
Isn't that the whole thing we're trying to find out? Is are they a werewolf?
Fuck off.
Sorry.
You
Absolutely not sorry.
It becomes apparent to you, Sal, that they have passed your attempt to hook your hot little fingers into their mind.
Okay, I also did not roll well on my strain attempt, so I've actually gained a strain from that too.
Classic.
Is this obvious to everyone standing about this blacksmith?
No, because in this case, someone would notice and wince. I'm taking a point of mind strain, not body strain. So I think it would be more if someone was paying attention. Yeah, a wince of slight pain, but that would be it.
And surely me
Anyway.
threatening everyone is like distracting enough, hopefully, to give him some.
Like social cover. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem. Silvered weapons, you say? How very niche, but also
Pronounced
mean-
niche.
interesting.
Maybe I just like silver. You don't know.
Well, under our
We
current
don't all have
circumstances,
access to Wolfsbane.
it has been very useful.
I imagine it has.
Sadly, our druid, and he pronounced it druid, has
Meh.
presumably been taken by the creatures. We haven't seen him for many days. And as the one who cultivated the herb, we are left with only finite resources.
I hate to interrupt you, darling, but you still haven't answered my question. Do you want us to kill the werewolves? Are you the werewolf? What's going on here? Because y'all are hiding something.
Perhaps you allow me to finish my business arrangement with Sasha here first, if you don't mind, and then we can absolutely
I
have a
actually
discussion
do.
as to your utility.
I do, in fact, mind. We are on a time crunch. We have far more important places to be that aren't here.
And I wish you all the best. You are, of course, welcome to leave, but again, I must warn you, and this is why the body of that despicable liar Jiminy is hung out the front of our quaint little town. This is a very dangerous region. And
Can I insight check this guy?
yeah, absolutely.
Because he seems shifty as
And
fuck.
I advise
That's a
caution.
natural 20
Excellent.
Nice.
for a 28.
He is 100% honest about the danger that you are all in right
Yeah,
now.
it's the despicable liar Jiminy part that I was most interested in.
Yeah, okay. Yep. It's clear, and within that 20, he's definitely layering untruths over the top of his reference to Jiminy. He's not like, obviously, about his body being hung up out the front of the town. But the sense that you get is Riven does not consider Jiminy to be a despicable liar at all.
Are we still in the cart? Did we get out of the cart? I don't know what's going on. Where bodies are
Nah.
situated in the space. Did we get out of the cart? I'm assuming we got out of the cart.
You got legs? Did you get out of the cart or not?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm out of the cart.
Great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, not even telepathically, I'm just gonna lean my head right down into Malia's ear, and just be like, oh, he absolutely is lying through his teeth about that man. It's actually quite commendable. But it is a fable.
Is he wearing any rings?
No.
Does he have 8 fingers?
Yeah, how many fingers does this guy
Oh my
have?
god. Okay, sure. Yeah. He will have a.
Oh, he has 8 fingers.
Just on his pinky finger, one of 10 fully fledged fingers that he has. What appears to be just a very plain. Considering the kind of garb that he has, the ring is just a very plain kind of golden circle. Nothing really to it.
And how many? So there's this
Bort.
motherfucker,
Yeah, so there's
and then
Bort,
there's associate
the
Sasha.
blacksmith woman Sasha, and Riven.
Mhm. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look at his hand with the ring on it and say, "That is a lovely ring you have right there. Do you mind if?" And I'm gonna reach and hold out my hand as if to hold his hand to inspect the ring.
He kind of looks you up and down. And here I thought you were on a time crunch. And he'll turn to Sasha at this point and say to her, "Melt it down." And before turning back to you, and I will have. It's gonna be best.
Don't click at me.
Yeah, no.
Don't mouth click at me.
We'll have each of you roll another perception check, please.
So he's just not gonna give me his hand?
He's not.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Okay, good to know.
Excellent.
Dirty 20.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
9.
14.
Natural 20 plus 7, 27.
Bang.
Yeah, I got 19 plus 3 plus 5.
It's the ram
for
sense,
also
I'm telling you.
27. 27, but not
Incredible.
natural.
Okay, so Lilith, Malia, and Vermilion. You watch as this half-orc woman loads...
Wait, I thought she was half elf.
No, I corrected that
okay.
earlier, so she is...
Everyone's a half orc
half-orc.
except for this
Riven
Riven.
and Trabbit.
Fandangle guy.
And Margaret so far. And Jiminy.
And Kyle.
And Kyle, correct.
And Kyle.
Gosh, Kyle.
Truly, so many people
Yeah.
that are not.
You watch this half-elk woman essentially kind of bundle out of some kind of large sack a whole bunch of items
Whoa.
into this kiln.
It's 2 balls.
What you assume, to melt it all down. And Lilith and Vermilion, as these items kind of come out of this sort of large Hessian sack, the two of you roll high enough that you recognize that all the items going into that fire are silver. Shall we discuss
That-
then the benefits that you can provide to the townsfolk of Erding?
I think we should, but I'd really like to just take a look at that ring of yours.
Why?
Because it's real pretty.
It is, isn't it? It was a gift from my sister.
Great.
Is your sister
Can I
also
see
named
it?
Bort?
You can leave it on your hand. It's all good. Give me your fucking hand, boy.
He will hold up a hand as though presenting it to you, and then we'll pull a leather glove from his belt and pull it down over the top of his hand and over his other hand also.
That's fine, because in the process of doing that, I'm going to attempt to snatch his hand and cut off his finger.
Yo!
Fuck me!
Let's go.
Okay.
Do it!
Oh, God. All right. Let's.
I'm so sorry,
let's
bro.
do it. All right. No, we're going to do this as a contested dex check, please.
Excellent. I'm pretty fucking good at that.
You are pretty dexy.
Can I?
You could
can
also
I,
be Dexy.
If it's a check, can I guide her? Because I was right next to her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Excellent. This is going to be so good.
Do it.
Pro, just as a question, are you deeming this an attack roll or an attack?
We will get to that shortly.
Cool.
What'd you score, baby girl?
23.
Look, I rolled a 2. So
But he has a plus 21, so equal.
The attempt being to do so before he gets the glove over that finger.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, because as we all know, Malia's blades can't cut through a glove.
No, I just want a finger that is very clearly his.
Excellent.
Ungloved.
So at this point,
That's one-
and describe for me then the actual. So you're grabbing the finger.
I'm gonna
and
grab his
slicing?
finger and just hack it.
Okay, excellent. I will
What?
allow you to do that very thing, and then I'll have each of you roll initiative, please.
Yeah, boy.
And then we will deal with that in our next session of the Sword of
Wow.
the Skulls.
Man,
Excellent. Hey, you fucking, no,
Gremlins.
fucking absolute. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe the sheer drama that you all are.
so wait, are we gonna roll
you
now,
should've
or
just
will we
answered my
just
question.
roll at the top of the next
we'll
episode?
roll initiative
Okay.
at the top of the next session.
And that's
Uh,
next week,
okay.
right?
Oh,
That's
so
like-
good.
This
Yeah, we're doing
fucker.
this weekly now,
yeah,
right?
it's definitely next week.
We don't know.
please.
Yeah. I feel-
When
Whose
we're
birthday
doing
is
it.
next
Weekly.
weekend? Guys, come on. Someone has to be getting old.
Mine is November, which
Don't,
I
it's
feel
not
like
too far away.
you know,
Mine-
like spiritually, it could be October.
Mine was August.
Wait,
so
Envy's
like,
is also close, right?
That's right. It is October.
It's, yeah.
Hey,
It's
Birthday
very
session
early
for
October.
Envy.
sit tight. Eventually, the guy who's meant to be organizing these things will do that, and we'll know when the next session is.
Yeah, we're
Um,
gonna need to know. And
hey.
is it a Halloween episode?
In the meantime,
Technically, next weekend is next month.
this is true. Just saying. Hey, thank you all. You are glorious, amazing human beings. That
You're a liar.
that make these sessions what they are, and it's
And
always
a
a fun
cheat.
time. Wow. Excuse you.
But also, you're very hot, so.
Stop. Hey, can we stop doing that, please? We're going to run around and talk about real quick.
Quick, roll a d10.
And I roll with advantage because it's Promethean and I've met him.
And you can roll with triple advantage because it's your birthday.
Hey, look, I'm all about flirting with friends being
With
a core
advantage.
part of DT. But right now, fucking
No,
hell.
Ash just wants me to
No.
eat one of these spicy
Oh,
jelly
no.
beans. That's
I
all
rolled
it is.
3 threes, so
Excellent.
apparently.
Yeah, that tracks. We're gonna have a little chat
True.
about favorite moments. Ham the DM.
Oh, look, I mean, just the group pouring on of the horror moment, which has probably caused significant trauma for Kyle.
Poor Kyle.
Like, you know, just everybody going, hey, look, fucking hell. Yeah.
Therapy might have helped him at one point.
Yeah.
Not
No,
anymore.
he's gone now.
Just a
He's
fuck ton of
rocking
wolfsbane.
Yeah, we were just evil Spice Girls in that
Just
moment, I
alcohol
guess.
and poison.
Also, wait,
Absolutely
sorry, does
uncontrollable.
South still have wings then? Technically? Like visual wings? Or
How long
No,
does
I
the
think
illusion
that,
last? It's like
how long does it go for?
great
Oh, it's a
question.
minute.
Yeah,
Just a
I think
minute.
that would definitely have passed.
Well,
by
you
now.
looked real pretty with wings for a
No,
minute.
this all happened
Yeah.
within the space of one exact minute.
Well, for Kyle, it's for his entire lifetime now. He's haunting his dreams.
Yeah.
So.
Hey,
And I
Ash.
gave him flowers.
Hey,
Ash,
so,
did you have a particularly favoured moment over the course of that session?
2, it had to be, Kaori just fucking sneaking drinks in the back of the cart to annoy Margaret. And also, literally, what Emily just did was the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit.
She's
Just the,
Emily's
Eating this
not
jelly bean?
having a great
no,
time.
the cutting of the finger.
yeah.
Like, just slowly collecting body parts. It's,
This has
Because
actually become like an MO for Malia. It's like, this person isn't giving me the
Facts.
information that I want. Let's just start cutting off fingers.
Malia
fun fact, at,
fingers redwood.
Jesus, no.
No, I exclude myself from that narrative.
It's more like Malusan fingers, but for the time we get 5th level spells, we can use, if we don't kill these people, we can use their body parts as scrying focuses. So it's actually kind of helpful if we keep them alive.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hey, we want to know exactly where Marcus is. Oh wait, we have his fingers. We can scry.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
finger pouch that I did
Yeah.
not
Finger
ever
pouch.
say that actually existed.
Finger
except
pouch.
all of you did.
Well, this whole game has been an absolute finger blast. So I hope everyone has enjoyed it.
Yeah. Speaking of finger blasting, NBCDM, any favourite moments?
Yeah, bought. Fucking bought, man.
It's a-
Wow.
What's wrong with Bort? It's a great name.
Nothing's wrong with bought. It just immediately conjures the entire bought related bit from The Simpsons.
yeah.
And I can't stop thinking about it.
Fucking hell. It's polluted.
That's why I was like, oh, is this
The minds
sister
of
also
so
named
many.
Bought?
Listening to
Saz.
MVC laugh in the background too ruins everything.
Saz.
Life coach Sal.
How cute was it? Trevor is like, he now doesn't need therapy. He's already had it.
He's just selling something.
Fucking hell. He's a salesman. Emily, favorite moment?
This one's really easy. It was close your eyes, no peeking. That was my favorite moment. I don't know why it really got to me. I was
So
like,
funny.
it's funny, but also I love it. Like,
It's
it
just
was so cool.
completely relying on the honor system for people not to look is truly so funny.
Yeah.
But I immediately messaged NB and I was like, I love this. And that was,
true.
yeah, straight up my favorite moment.
I have another favorite moment, and it's Promethean's inability to change the going live notification because I have a text message from my best friend that just says, "Hey, let me know how Gay Pirates goes when you're done."
Look, hey, one day I'll remember how words.
One day he'll get the order of operations correct.
Yeah, exactly right. Thank you. It was so
You're
much
so welcome.
more well put than anything I had to say. And you know who else is going to put things well better than all of us? Jeannie, did you have a little favorite moment from the session?
You have way too much faith in me. I liked Vermilion changing back into a ram again, but a different ram with the judge hair. Judge hair.
Thank you.
Whatever that is.
Courthouse
Okay.
Ram.
I also loved the fact that Malia and I guess Kaori were very confused with who was who and what was happening where, purely because Emily and I mentally are so fucked that we were just like, and yeah, it's just, I just like that both the characters were like, okay, you know what? Why did you do this? Oh no, that's a different person. Okay, so it's my bad.
It was just the names. There was so many tonight where I was just like, okay.
There was, which wasn't a
Cool.
problem for me at all. I haven't written the same names like 5 times as I'm scrolling through my thing, taking notes just so I don't forget them.
Just call everyone bought, problem solved.
Hey, Promethean, what was your favorite moment?
One of my favorite moments was the way that Ginny handled Kaori not knowing what was going on, and it was a follow-up to Lilith pointing out that Kyle was drunk. It was a single word. It was just the same. It just I don't know why it just worked. It was real
That
fun.
was good.
Yeah, bet.
That and the overall just sense of menace that most of you seem to be bringing into the world at large currently. Yeah.
Tiny learns fast.
Yeah.
She's got some real interesting role models to follow.
Yeah, right.
We're turning her into a bad fae.
And look, that kind of encapsulated the whole kind of vibe of the party. Really, just absolutely harassing this poor drunk, fucking locked up dude into doing what you wanted. It was real fun.
Look, maybe fear is
Well,
really the
that's it.
fastest way to sober someone up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's certainly not water.
Yeah, adrenaline,
The true treasure was the fear we instilled along the way. Hey, again,
Hi.
we're the Law Rights. We do stuff here. This is one of those stuffs. Keep an eye out on socials, and we'll let you know when the next stuff of this particular flavor happens. We also do other fun stuff on here. We will see the return of A Tale of Two Queens, our fun gay pirate adventure, probably on the other side of some point in time. I want to say, I think we're stood down through November and December. Ash, is that right? When are we planning on coming back?
Maybe. It's mainly going to depend on how hot it gets here, because having to sit in this sweatbox of a room and try and run a session while it's like 38, 43 degrees in here, nightmarish.
Yeah.
Hellish
Hey,
even.
can we co-fi you a portable air conditioner?
These do not. I looked into portable air conditioners and I'm like, the reviews on them are all terrible. So
Can we Ko-fi you a giant ice block to suspend from the ceiling?
Yeah.
Excellent.
how about a shirt that's just like lined with water tubes, and I put that in the freezer?
Like
and
a
I just-
cooling
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
for a
Yeah, and
PC, but a shirt.
I can't bend my arms to roll the dice, but I'll be nice and chilly.
Excellent.
Okay.
Just have to rotate your entire body and let go of it at the right time.
Another thing you'll find us doing here very soon will be some Call of Cthulhu run by Telera79. We hope to have locked down
Yeah.
the specific players we'll be bringing into that before PAX. So same deal. Just keep an eye on our socials. We'll put some stuff out. It'll be heaps of fun. I've been Promethean. There's 0 in it. I run these sessions. Can I please have each of you explain who you are, justify your existence,
Explain yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and give us a little indication of what you'll be doing over the next couple of weeks with your life and or selves. Starting with Jeannie, please.
Hi, it's me. I'm Jeannie, I guess. I write stuff. I also cosplay, and I'm getting back into cosplay for PAX in a couple of weeks. So you'll see me on this Saturday as Shadowheart again, which is going to be exciting.
Shard.
But yeah, new and improved shot, which is fun. I guess it's a lot of work. I haven't started my cosplay yet, and I have 15 days to finish it, so it's fine. It's just cosplay stuff.
You got this.
Thank you so
We
much.
believe in you.
I write stuff and I stream over on my Twitch channel. So on Wednesdays we play. We've been playing The Quarry, and I was gonna try drag that out, but I think I might actually finish it this Wednesday because I just didn't realize how quickly I was getting through it. So yay.
Did you kill everyone yet?
No, nobody's dead yet. which is
Perfect
fun.
run. First
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So-
like
Throwing out.
kind of like yeah.
It
the
did-
time
yeah,
me and
Ian
Emily
Pro
played.
had a perfect run first
I
time.
know how cool
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you didn't. You killed the best
No.
soft boy
Shut up,
character.
Ash. Shut up,
you
Ash.
Anyway,
killed-
Alright, moving on.
Don't say anything, don't spoil. Okay.
Moving-
Killed Chris.
Yeah, yes. Who's Chris? Cord.
Excellent.
Bought.
Moving on.
Cord.
MVCDM.
Hey, I'm NVCDM. I exist because God has a sense of humor. You can find me here sometimes and elsewhere sometimes, or on social media at that NVCDM. I'll also be at PAX. So if you see me there, avoid me at all costs,
Incredible.
lest you become part of the cosmic joke.
I would kill a man to be part of your
Just one man. Wow, you're setting the bar real low.
your
That's not what you
first
think of me.
flame. Emily.
Guys, please. Justifying my existence. Well, when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much,
Or just get really drunk.
or when two bees find each other.
When two boats meet.
Two boards become one.
Oh gosh. Hey, I'm Emily. I'm DM, producer, and chief executive Thirstmaster over on the Hexes and Vexes channel. Truly so much coming up. We got PAX. We'll be like talking about kissing and fucking some monsters because we're not cowards. And it's
At
going to be
least one of
excellent.
us is.
Well, at least two of us are, and then we do have a coward. Just guess who the coward is. Who knows? What else do we have? We got Sad Vampire Boyfriend. On Halloween night, we have Dead Channel 2002 for the first time on DVD, which I believe actually includes 4 people that are here. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Truly so much. Enjoy. Namaste. Hey, Ash.
Hey,
Wow.
Utilize
You
your
were going to
outro.
go there anyway.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I clocked you.
I also clocked it. I just wasn't going to say anything. Justifying my existence. I don't actually exist. I'm a figment of your collective imaginations.
I knew it.
Hey, I'm Ash. I make stuff. You can find me at Ash Make Stuff on all the socials. You can find me here where I do this, but also I DM these Tale of Two Queens campaign. You can find me over at Split the Party, where I play yet another cleric with mummy issues. In Matt's Curse of Strahd, What We Do in Barovia campaign. It's been fun. You can also find me in MVCDM's pocket at PAX.
Correct.
Because I'm just gonna be there too. Hey guys, thanks for coming and playing D&D on my birthday. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
happy
of you.
fucking birthday.
happy
Fuck
birthday,
yeah.
Ash.
Hey.
Hey, thanks for letting me beg for 4 months before actually telling me whether or not we were going to be fucking playing.
At least we
Promethean.
know that's the bar to beg
Yeah,
for an episode.
4 months.
Yeah,
4 months.
yeah. And like it was truly so much begging. Saz.
Fully
Only
prostrated.
I mentioned it thrice.
Hi, I'm Saz the Meeple, or just Saz. I am the what the heck do I do again?
Dice Goblin.
That's me. I'm a dice goblin and Twitch producer over at Meeples and Dragons. When I'm not doing that, I'm variety streaming over there when I remember to hit go on the OBS at the same time as playing a bloody game. I exist because dice. That is all.
Hey,
Excellent.
Saz.
Yeah,
Where are we
yeah.
gonna find you? Where can we find you on
Over
Tuesday?
the next few weeks. On Tuesday, I'm on
yeah, on
Split
Tuesday.
Party doing things in Barovia. In 2 weeks' time, you can find me at PAX. I'm on a stage every day down there. I am not overwhelmed by this at all. It's going to be great.
Amazing. It will be great. It's gonna be a hell of a fun time. Ham.
Hey, it's me. I'm Ham. My existence is completely indescribable and unexpected. I DM over on Meeples and Dragons every second Saturday, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. However, we're playing live at PAX, which is both the first time we will physically be playing together as a group, but also there's going to be people sitting in front of us within throwing distance, which is
I will be handing out tomatoes.
And we'll be handing or just slices of ham.
Oh no! Just to be clear,
Oh.
within throwing distance of us, we'll be doing the throwing. Like I've got some real chunky like D20s here.
Tortilla
Yeah.
challenge, but it's slices of ham.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to throw Promethean off the stage.
Look, it's going to just turn into some kind of strange wrestling match.
It's going to be frisbeeing naan breads from the middle of the crowd.
We do still have to fight, Emily and I. This is
That's what I was just about to say. We actually have to fight, so that could
true.
be.
Yeah. That's
Do you guys know that TikTok trend of like people throwing sliced cheese at a baby?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that, but
Throws
you guys.
the baby.
Hey,
Oh my god, maybe that's our fight.
That's
we just
our
throw
fight.
slices of cheese at each other.
yeah, I'm down for that. That's fine.
Okay, excellent.
Wow.
Great.
Excellent.
Wow.
Anything,
I've run out of words.
anything
to say
else,
as
Sam?
well.
Okay, brilliant. Hey, to everyone who's hung out in chat, thank you for doing so. It makes us happy if you were made happy by watching us do stupid things. So thanks for hanging around.
If you weren't,
Hey,
don't tell us.
And hey, thanks for our raiders. Thanks, Kid Carnage, and Let's Roll for Dragons.
Heck
You guys rock. And if I missed anyone, sorry.
Yeah, look, we can only pay attention to so much for so long.
I can't read.
Yeah, also, I only learned to read today. We're gonna
You
go
can read?
raid barely. We're gonna go raid friendly here. Be nice, be good, be well, and we will hopefully see you again soon. Bye.
Be good people, but be chaos.
Bye.
Bye.